Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on this.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Okay, Blue Jays looking for another win. This is kind of cool. Just like yesterday, we'll be with you through the conclusion of the game here. Going to the bottom of the ninth at Wrigley Field in Chicago. They never play night games there, only day games. Do you remember when they put up lights at Wrigley? I remember that being such a huge deal. I want to say late 80s. So it was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, this wide shot of Wrigley Field lit up because they didn't even have lights. They couldn't play night games there if they wanted to. And I think the first year they only played 8 or 9 night games. It was, we can't have too many night games. Anyway, this is a makeup game that was rained out earlier in the season. Louis Varland on the hill to try to close it out of the ninth. Blue Jays up 2-0 on the Cubs, or the Cubbies, as some people call them. Here's what we can tell you. Dylan Cease, brilliant outing. He might win the Cy Young. 7 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 walk. He struck out 10. Always take the over. Always take the over with Dylan Cease strikeouts. We've done that.
We've done that quite a few times. We would have done it today had it not been for an afternoon matinee.
Alejandro Kirk, 4 for 5 with an RBI. Ernie Clement is 2 for 4.
Sounds like the Saskatchewan Roughriders red zone completion rate last week, Reid.
It certainly does. Jimenez has gone 3 for 4 and scored a run. So the Blue Jays here, I guess, if you were to be critical, and Varland gives up a double to start off the ninth. Oh, no, wait, where's he going? Okay, I don't know who's this player. I don't know every major league player. Pete Crow Armstrong looked like he was halfway to second on a ball into the gap and stopped and turned around and ran. I got to see this replay, Jay. What did you think? I was stunned he turned around.
I think he thought it was going to hit the gap and get to the wall. But my favorite player there,
Miles Straw,
came through big.
All right, so a runner on first. So the Blue Jays have 11 hits, so only 2 runs. I guess maybe that.
It's a sunny day in Chicago, and I did notice, do you find it interesting that they have the lights on? Full bore.
Well, were the lights on? I didn't even notice that.
I think even during Elks games, they'll have the lights on.
Usually on, yeah.
During a day game.
I can't remember if they were on for the start of the game on Saturday. They probably were. Yeah, so now Wrigley's like, we put up the lights. Just turn them on all the time.
Power's cheap.
Does anybody know, so we don't have to Google while we're watching a baseball game, what year Wrigley got lights? I want to say 1989. But let's let the Nasty do the research.
Sure, Mex knows.
They can do their own research. So we'll watch this one for you. Watch along with you. Uh-oh, what happened?
What do you mean?
Oh, you were giggling.
No, I said we'll watch this for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, some people might not be able to watch sports at work like we can. We're encouraged to, in fact. A lot of movie talk lately. I'm going to the Odyssey tonight. I have tickets. Oh.
Breaking news.
Oh, did you just exclaim, Coop?
I did.
Reid's like, Coop is like, Reid knows how to buy tickets online. He's so old.
Well, it took you this long. I thought you forgot because this is a must-see movie, Reid.
Did you see it?
I saw it twice already.
Oh, you've seen it twice. That's right.
It's that good. It really is, Jay. You're giving me a little bit of an odd look.
No. Don't take my hesitation or pause.
It's that good, man. It's that good. I think everybody should watch this. It should be mandatory for people to watch this.
I've heard it's so good that when it comes out on one of the streaming apps, I will watch
VHS.
Or VHS.
Double cassette.
Yeah,
well, a double cassette.
You know what, Coop? I think I could probably watch it right now.
You probably could. There's
on
ways.
my things.
Yeah. I know.
I just don't
things.
search for those things.
No. Well,
you want
Christopher
to watch
Nolan.
a pirated copy?
Yeah,
Sure, why
the
not?
way Nolan intended
That's
it.
that's not supporting the filmmaker.
Like I give two rips about the
Well,
Well, then they'll
They
stop
have
making
enough
movies
money.
if they
Oh.
don't make money.
Wouldn't break my heart, Reid.
Well, okay. If I would have stolen a couch, then Vaughn's would
It
have
happened.
closed out.
It happened.
I'll
You'd be
just steal-
surprised.
I'll just steal all my furniture. I won't go to stores.
You'd be surprised in the amount of loss that a furniture store has.
Jasmine says, I saw him waving his fist in the air while booking it. I might have been. Full count here. Varland pitching to Suzuki. Runner on first, nobody out, bottom of the ninth, watching the Blue Jays. So, yeah, I'm going to the Odyssey tonight.
So what? You bought these tickets online?
Bought them on my app, on my Cineplex app.
Did you?
Whoa, with scene points?
Yeah, Benny helped me a little bit. No, I don't think I have enough scene points, Coop. I think I just bought them.
You didn't see enough
I don't know if
movies
there was an
to...
option to use scene points.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I was just happy to purchase them successfully.
Fair.
Got reserved seats. This is a relatively routine fly ball to center field. Straw is under it. And, well, I don't know if Crow Armstrong knows what way he's supposed to run on the bases. So he will not tag up and advance to second, even though it wasn't deep enough for him to do so.
Well, Miles Straw does have a strong arm.
He made a great catch in Houston. I know you didn't see it, but he made a great catch. He robbed the guy of a home run. Got something in his eye, too. So I'm going to the
Is that
Odyssey
the one where
tonight.
the player kept running around and
Yeah, he thought he
celebrating
got a
like
home
ran?
run. He's like, he crossed home and he's doing the little point to the sky, and his teammates are like, "No, we're not
buddy."
high-fiving you." That was caught. And this afternoon, Jay and I watched a relatively. It's not really a trailer. It's Nicolas Cage. It's a promo. It's only about 90 seconds long. Half of that is Nicolas Cage talking about playing John Madden, and then some very brief scenes from the film. Madden coming to Amazon Prime, I think, in November. Madden is directed by David O. Russell. And I introduced Jason Milne to a very famous piece of video featuring David O. Russell today.
He's a psycho.
I bet you Mex or Bezozu, one of our regular Nasties in the Nasty Chat, knows about this video. Probably some other people do, or if I remind them. David O. Russell directed a film called I Heart Huckabees, and there's footage of him talking with Lily Tomlin. I mean, very famous actress. Is she still with us, or did she pass?
That I can check.
Anyway, she wanted to kind of discuss a scene, and he didn't really seem to vibe with her questions, and it turned into about a 2-minute tantrum. I would describe that as extremely unprofessional for the director of a film.
Yes.
He was calling her incredibly nasty names.
Yeah, you wouldn't last long now.
He kicked several things on the set.
Yes, he did. He broke a lot of things.
Yeah, if anybody is, if you're on YouTube, don't leave our site. Mark this down for later. If you just Google David or put in YouTube David O. Russell, Lily Tomlin, it'll be the first thing that comes up.
She is still with us. She's
Okay.
86 years of age.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And so anyway, David O. Russell has directed the new Madden movie. And then we were reading about David O. Russell, and apparently while filming Three Kings, him and George Clooney got into a fight. It said that David O. Russell headbutted George Clooney. And then they had to go on filming the movie after that. 2 out now, runner on second. Blue Jays leading the Cubs. Bregman at the dish. Strike 2, so the Blue Jays strike away. Mex says he doesn't know this video, but he loved Three Kings. Yeah, Three Kings was good. I saw that a long time ago. It's pretty good. He does quirky kind of movies. Did a movie called Spanking the Monkey. I think that might have been one of his first ones.
Oh, wow.
Flirting with Disaster, I think, was his. Silver Linings Playbook, Joy, The Fighter. Wasn't that with Bale? And Bale was the trainer. Who played the boxer? Did you ever see The Fighter?
No.
Oh, who played the actual boxer? Was it Wahlberg? Was it Mark Wahlberg?
For which one again?
The Fighter.
The Fighter.
And this is
2010?
Is that a home run? Or is that a ground rule? That's a home run. We got a tie game in Chicago.
Wow.
All right.
Mickey Ward. Mark Wahlberg. Christian Bale in that movie? The Fighter, 2010?
So Wahlberg played the
He was the fighter, yeah.
And then
Christian Bale-
and then Bale played the trainer, right? I think Bale won Best Supporting Actor for that.
Wow.
Well, there's some kids in Chicago going nuts after that home run.
Yeah,
All right.
supporting role. You're right. By the way, speaking of Wrigley Field in Chicago, it was 1988, the year that the lights turned on.
Thank you, Coop. All right, so there we go. Look how much we've taught people today in the first 10 minutes
August
of the show.
8th, actually. So,
Oh my God, we're almost at the anniversary.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
Huge.
We should do
How
a
did that
special
work
show
out?
tomorrow in honor of
we should do a show from there.
Do it Saturday.
Well, yeah, we'll come in.
Well,
Matt and I will be here.
You're coveted anyway, because on Saturday, your Edmonton Elks take on the Montreal Alouettes at 1 o'clock. So Milne and Alouette will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at noon. They'll be on right after the game for the Commonwealth Stadium post-game show. And at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, Cody Fajardo in conversation with Mr. Milne. Now, the Elks are, I don't know if they're in the air yet, but I think they were at the airport. So Jay went, or they're probably at the airport. So Jay went to practice and got a one-on-one with Cody Fajardo. Can you tease a couple things discussed in that interview?
Yeah, just, we've been talking about the red zone and lack of efficiency in the red zone. Cody actually gave me a very interesting answer, something I didn't see coming. So that surprised me. And I also asked him about, Justin Rankin. What do you say when everybody, around town or around the league says, they figured out Justin Rankin? Also gave a very interesting answer.
Did he scoff at that criticism? Or
No scoff noticed.
Okay, but okay, we'll leave it.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
That'll be it after the 4 o'clock break. We'll play Fajardo with Milne. Here's how you can reach us. I mentioned the nasty chat. If you're new to Edmonton Sports Talk, that is the chat we have going on YouTube. It is nothing secret. You don't need a secret password to get in. It's actually not really nasty at all. It's quite jovial most of the time. So you can post in there on YouTube, chat with us, more importantly, chat with your fellow listeners. If you are on the YouTube stream, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. And remember, click that thumbs up button. Give us a like.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
You can also text 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't forget about the River Cree Resort and Casino app. It's free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and easy to use. And remember to check out rivercreeresort.com. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, and iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio are the audio streaming apps on which you can find us. So remember to make us a favorite, make us a preset, and spread the word about EST. Let other people know how they can get our incredible content, which includes the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Hey, the Boatmen finally play a game in Toronto. The last time someone was away from home for this long, my brother-in-law was trying to win back his Christmas bonus at the craps table. Bluebirds and Cubs going to extra innings. Harrison Ford was born in Chicago. Hey, Jason Milne, is that Air Force One in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? NFL Hall of Fame game. Watching preseason football is kind of like a prostate exam. Get in, get out, and for God's sake, no illegal use of hands. I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh, the Hall of Fame game. That's sad that marks like the true start. I guess it's not the true start. It's preseason, but that means, hey, the NFL is around the corner. And then you've got Arizona and Carolina playing tonight.
Yes.
In the Hall of Fame game. Exciting.
Did Springer just jack one here? That's not going to go deep enough. No, one out. All right.
Harrison Ford was born in Chicago. Is that true?
Hey, Jason Milne, is that clear and present danger in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Chet, you're done.
Yes, it's true. He was born in Chicago.
Interesting, because they shot, you remember The Fugitive?
That was Chet's next movie.
No. They shot that in Chicago.
Oh, right, yeah.
And there's a scene where Harrison Ford escapes police What?
You should look in the nasty chat.
Why don't you tell me what's in there?
Hey, Jason Milne. This is from Castor 1990. I'll get Chet to come back and read these.
Okay.
Hey, Jason Milne, is that a golden idol in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? From Mex. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a Han Solo in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Okay. I see where this is going now. This is the beauty of our show.
Hey, Jason Milne, is that a brown whip in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Okay. See, this is how wonderful our listeners are. And this is now the evolution of
write
chat.
the show.
This is now the next step. Is our listeners, some would say nasties, are going to find what Chet said and then ad lib and take it their own direction. I love it. So we had a brown whip,
a golden idol,
and
a Han Solo.
A Han Solo. Mm-hmm. Very creative. I appreciate that.
Well, we got to have a good time. Why not?
You ain't having fun. What are you having?
Yeah, sorry. Did you finish your story?
No, it's you know what? At this point, it's truly irrelevant. It's truly irrelevant.
Chicago.
It is truly irrelevant.
Oh my goodness. Bronco Nick. Hey, Jason Milne, is that the Millennium Falcon in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
See? Good.
Better watch out. I think now is yours the Millennium Falcon that goes to warp speed and is one of the fastest ships in the galaxy, or the one whose engine keeps failing in The Empire Strikes Back?
No comment.
Oh,
they get it going again.
Yeah,
they did get it going again. They revive it.
Had to hit it a few times. Eventually got out of there. All right. We really love doing this show, everybody. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. We try to get to 100 thumbs every show. We know people have the summer lazies, like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's just do it today.
It's so hard to hit the just go hit the thumbs up. All right. Clement's at the dish here. 2-2 count with 2 out. Obviously, the runner on second because it's the top of the 10th. Also today, besides the Cody Fajardo interview, we're going to feature in Voices of the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. So this is one of those things, Jay. You and I both like people's stories.
Yes.
Who are you? How did you get to where you are? Why do you do what you do? What do you like about it? Like, tell us about yourself. So I stumbled across on Twitter, the play-by-play voice of the Guelph Storm is here covering the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. I'd like to get an update on this tournament because, quite frankly, I haven't had time to watch a lot of games. So Canada's doing well, right? They're in the semis are tomorrow, right, Coop?
That is correct.
Semis are tomorrow. I don't know. Canada's not lost.
No.
So I want to get the update on that, who's playing well. And then I started reading more about this young man. His name's Dylan Baker. I believe he is, we'll ask him, I believe he's the youngest play-by-play voice in the Ontario Hockey League and might be the youngest play-by-play voice in major junior hockey, maybe in junior hockey in Canada, because I think he's 19 or 20.
Oh, wow.
So if he's not the youngest, I'd like to know who's younger. And I believe he's going to be joining us at about 5 o'clock while he's touring Edmonton, possibly West Edmonton Mall.
Oh, no.
I don't think he's ever been to Edmonton before. So for YouTube, we may get a great background. Maybe he'll do it in front of the whale, or maybe he'll be on the swings at Galaxyland. I don't know. Maybe he'll be in a food court. I'm sure they have food courts in Guelph, but
not like West Edmonton Mall.
They probably don't have an indoor
water
park in Guelph
with a tiki bar.
Yeah. So anyway, that'll be fun for Voices of the Game.
Very well done. Excited for that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always neat to meet new people.
Well, it's a good time of year to tell some stories, and he's in our. For him, this is probably one of the coolest things he's ever done.
Such a young fella.
He'll probably look like 20 years from now, 20 years from now, he'll be like 39.
That's bonkers.
But he'll probably look back and like people be like, "What's one of the first things you did?" Like, well, after my first season of play-by-play, I went to Edmonton, covered an international tournament, saw Rogers play, saw the Gretzky statue, was on with Jason Milne. Yeah. Can you imagine if he came on and he'd be like, if he was like, Jason, do you still have Yvonne's furniture? Because I wanted to order a couch online. I can't get it in Guelph.
Jeez, 20 years from now, I'll probably have grandchildren.
Oh, well, put pressure on the girls, why don't you?
I'll be 34.
What if they don't want to reproduce?
Then they don't reproduce. That's why I said probably.
Okay. Jasmine in the Nasty Chat, apparently Athabasca doesn't have a movie theater, which is a good transition because I'm going to mention Jay Onright in this next segment. The off-topic topic. First of all...
Where did that comment come from?
I don't know. I just read them, baby.
I don't understand the relevance.
Oh, there was probably something earlier.
Oh, I must have missed it.
Boy, people are loving your pocket today.
Yeah, they sure are.
It's meandering off. I don't even know how people are getting.
They're all up in my pocket.
Oh, the Big Uke has another one from an Indiana Jones film. Hey, Jason Milne, is that the staff of Raw in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Now, did you
That's
not?
the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Did Chet not use the staff of Raw?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. But was Egypt playing in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some things might get recycled, as we know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Recycling is encouraged on the Reid Wilkins show.
Well, have you heard the morning show?
Beat these.
Yes, I've heard of Con Air. Yes, I've heard of Con Air.
Now, you mentioned Nick Cage
he's gonna
as
be
Madden.
all over this Nicolas Cage movie. Dustin
Really?
will be.
See, I'm not a Nick Cage guy. To me, why Nick Cage for John Madden? Like, okay,
Because I think he just dives into it. He just
I know,
is
but why not
outrageous.
go with somebody totally unknown? That there's no connection and no... Because people that aren't Nick Cage people will be like, ugh, Nick Cage as Madden? Like, Madden is revered. Madden is a legend.
Well, apparently a fair chunk of the film is about the development of the video game as well.
Yeah,
I was reading.
I just find it an odd casting choice.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it because it is Nick Cage.
Oh, damn
Hot
it.
take. He's not that great, man. I mean, I guess there's a lot of makeup, but
Okay, so I don't know if Chet can read every single comment today, everybody. he's got to go at some point. We do appreciate the contributions. This is the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. I believe Bruce from William Huff took a couple of our colleagues out to the Golden Bears hockey alumni tournament today. Is that not where Awanek and Ben are?
That's what I heard.
Probably
yeah.
dominating. So that's pretty cool.
The office was rather empty when I got
It was. Yeah. We like having people around.
Mm-hmm.
So, I won the draft. I won the on-screen death draft. And let's be honest here. It's not that big of a deal. Right? Like, it's fun for a day. We chirp each other. We try to make good picks. We do the votes, and we kind of move on. There's no trophy. There's no monetary enhancement. There's no gift card involved. I just get to say I won it, and I didn't get relegated. What do you have there?
I'm just looking at the final results.
Which were?
So Dustin finished with 33 points. Well, you won. Sorry.
Yes.
35% of the vote. Dustin, 33.6% of the vote. Eric, 18%. And young Benny, 13.4%. Which means Eric and Benny are both relegated.
Right.
Because it was 18% or lower. So if you hit 18.1, you're safe.
Okay.
18% on the nose means Eric's relegated.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't think there's ever been a draft without Lieutenant Eric.
I believe you're correct. Now, that means 2 spots are opening up. Coob, I'm assuming you're going to want to jump on one of those.
yeah. Well, I'm interested though. Do I get the first choice? Like that'll have to be a commissioner
What do you mean?
discussion.
Do
Well,
you want to
because
do it or not?
I do want to do it.
Okay,
yes.
then I think you're in.
Okay, sure. I'm just thinking YTT. I don't want to.
Well, if
Leave him under
YTT
the
wants
bus.
to do it,
I don't know
guess
if he
what?
wants to do it.
He's in too.
Are you in?
Oh,
No, if New Blood wants to get in, I think that should be encouraged. I think you'd be a blast on these drafts?
Yeah, well, we'd probably have to extend it for another hour.
Nope. We are work on timelines,
No,
Coop.
that wouldn't happen, Coop.
I'm worried that Trev would get too anxious about it.
Well, because he'd worry about people watching him. If someone might he'd be like,
Somebody might look at
he'd be like, I was making my pick and Quinn looked at me.
Right.
Well, I'd be staring at him the whole time just to try and make him uncomfortable.
Or all of a sudden he'd have to pee. That'd be the one time
the one time he's got to be excused.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Coop and Trev, to be honest.
So the off-topic topic is something that you have won in your life that very few people care about, or maybe no one except you cares about. I asked Jay Onright from TSN this question because I asked him for his Mount Rushmore of Canadian broadcasters yesterday. Did I read what Jay sent me? Foster Hewitt, Lloyd Robertson, Bob Cole, and Peter Mansbridge. So then I said, hey, that's the same as mine, except for one person. He's like, who did you have differently? I said, I had you instead of Bob Cole. And he's like, why would you do that? I said, well, I did it to be obviously biased and to annoy the listeners. So then I thought I'll text him today. Off-topic today. Something you won that very few people care about. Jay Onright replied, the Gemini Award for Best Sportscaster in 2012.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, and part of the reason I put this up was because I can't remember the circumstance, but something about this is in my brain. It was like a colleague or a buddy or something, and he's like, yeah, I got the wow, good catch by, was that Early Clement?
Yes.
What a player. Robbing the Cubs of runs. They had 2 on in the top of the 11th. No, bottom of the 10th. Bottom of the 10th, sorry. So it stays 2-2.
What a play.
I had, that Cubs kid, can't believe it. It was something, my buddy always referenced like some golf tournament. And then he's like, I got to win the, Zach Kubish Invitational, whatever the name of his buddy or somebody was. Or it's like, I'm like, and it would kind of come up, but in a situation. So finally one day I was like, what, like, are you like a good golfer? Like, what are you on? Because are you in a tournament? Like, what's going on? And he's like, no, it's just me and 2 buddies go and play every year. And we name the tournament after another friend that we went to high school with that we don't see anymore.
Yeah.
So like you literally are doing nothing.
Those are the ones that I think should be top of the list. Like, for instance, your fantasy football league, nobody cares.
That's true.
Nobody cares.
Even some of the other people in the pool.
Even the people in the league don't care that you won.
If they're out of the play. Like
And I won our league.
Yeah.
I won our league last year. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know what? It's great to say you did it. You get the trophy back. Fun. You get to celebrate at the next year's draft.
You might get a few $100, which is fine.
That's it.
But yeah.
But nobody outside of you and maybe the people that are a part of your fantasy league care.
Yeah. Like
absolutely.
And even
zero.
the people in the league, they'll remember the years they won if they won, but they're not going to be they're not going to be like, oh, Milne 2024, Coop 2025. Like, yeah, that's a good point. Like I'm thinking family card games, like I've talked about the Monopoly games.
Look, he put his hand up in celebration.
What a catch by Clement.
The batter. I don't know who was up to bat.
EST Athlete of the Year?
Ernie Clement?
Yeah.
Sure, let's get him to the Estes.
That was a great catch. So that's the off-topic topic. Something you won that really deep down even if you're excited about it, nobody cares about it.
Well, and nobody cares about your like what you're talking about. Your buddies' fun spiel.
Well, we beat my buddies at golf, and we gave it a name to make it sound like something. It's not anything.
Cares.
It's not anything.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares that you passed your chartered accountant test.
Well, that's not a victory, though. We want something you actually
but I'm just saying, other than you and your family.
Oh, right.
Not many people care.
Well, most people don't actually care about anybody else at all.
This is true. I think this is what we're going to find.
Did you guys know I won a McDavid jersey once?
You can reach us at 702-8.
I barely do either. I forgot about it.
702-899-99 is the River Cree Resort and Casino. How did you win it, Coop? Quickly.
Well, thanks for asking, Reid. I was about 12 or 13 years old, McDavid's draft here, and I had to pick 2 different cards. I picked Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs. My dad paid $15 for me to enter this. It was just a pick 'em. Whoever picked the right set of cards won the jersey, had the choice of a Taylor Hall or McDavid jersey. I think I picked the right one.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Good for you.
That's actually a good story. Cool, but really, people are like, whatever.
Nobody cares, Cube. Nobody cares.
780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. All right, so the Cody Fajardo interview with Jay Milne in in about half an hour. We'll have Jay's play of the day. The oil understood for GCL Diesel next. Here's a sports update with Zach Kubish.
Top of the 11th, the Blue Jays and Cubs are still in action, deadlocked at Tua's side. Staying with the Jays, Sportsnet reported that Trey Savage's MRI revealed that he suffered a meniscus injury on Tuesday. The 23-year-old pitcher will undergo further evaluation next Monday. And according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have reached an agreement on a 3-year extension, which makes him the highest-paid running back in the NFL. To the CFL, Toronto is finally back at home. BMO Field hosting the 4-4 Stampeders. They match up at 5:30. In other news, 27-year-old Harrison Frost gets his first CFL start for the Ticats against the Lions on Saturday. And field level, the Hall of Fame game goes to kick off the NFL preseason. Cardinals and Panthers matching up at 6 o'clock on the coast. It's a single elimination contest Western Conference semifinal in the CEBL. The 4-seed Edmonton Stingers taking on the 1st-seed Vancouver Bandits. Tip-off scheduled for 8 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. More on the Reid Wilkins Show next on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Dallas Mavericks have put out a bounty on this card.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so the team has put out a bounty. So whoever pulls this card, they can keep it, and the price will go up and up and up for a long, long time, assuming Cooper Flag is what you think Cooper Flag is going to be. Or you can take the bounty that the Dallas Mavericks are offering. You're taking it.
Oh, yeah. 32 years.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said great job? Happy hour. Your boss said per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Blue Jays and Cubs going to the bottom of the 11th in Chicago, tied 2-2.
The off-topic topic today, presented by William Huff, was something you won that very few people care about. This comes in from Mikey. I won the Team 1260 longest drive in 2005. Good. Alicia Hemming says, I won a Five Guys sweepstakes for a $75 gift card. I filled out the survey on the bottom of the receipt.
If you say so.
Big Dave says, the off-topic topic. When I was in trade school, I won a $100 gift card on our estimation project. I came closest to the correct answer by about $100 on an estimate worth around $20,000. I was pumped and worked my butt off for it, but 0 people really cared other than my wife. But I took her out for dinner with the prize, so that probably doesn't count.
If you say so.
So that's great. I mean, yes, these are things that you won, that made you happy, that filled your bucket.
Yeah. Kasperi Kapanen would walk away halfway through the story.
Kapanen wouldn't have even heard the end of that. He would have said,
if you say so.
Yeah.
Just turned and walked away.
Well, guys, I mean, I went to a liquor store once and they were doing this raffle. I put my name in the hat and I won a yurt. I don't think I even care about that.
A yurt.
If you say so.
A yurt. It's like a tent, but not. $300 value, at least estimated value. Still in the box.
What's going on here? Cubs are challenging. This is not a balls and strike challenge. I missed the play, though. Where's the batter?
Yeah, congrats to Big Uke and his Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs agrees to a 3-year, $75.75 million extension.
Are they saying this hit him? It didn't. Our buddy Crow Armstrong at it again.
$51.5 million guaranteed. It makes him the highest paid running back in NFL history. As Bijan Robinson recently signed for $22.25 million per year. Jahmyr Gibbs' new deal is $22.5 million per year.
If you say so.
All right.
It's a huge signing. That's big. I don't think they were in jeopardy of not getting signed, but you never know. You never know how these things go. So I'm sure both parties are happy to have their star running backs back in camp. Well, I think they were in camp. They just weren't practicing.
Time for the Oil Understood, presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood.
All right. I was thinking about this because the Oilers made a change, right?
They did.
The OEG made a change. They hired a new president? CEO, sorry. CEO of OEG. And the discussion was going around, okay, you're the new CEO of OEG. What do you change first? What do you change first under your umbrella? Because apparently, by the sounds of it, this is second in command only to Daryl Cates.
Yes.
All right, so let's take a little bit of a closer look at this and say, if you could change one thing, Reid, Coob, and our listeners about Rogers Place, what would it be? The experience at Rogers Place, you could say.
Well, this is difficult for me to answer.
Sure. What would you change about the press box?
I'd want to sit all by myself.
There you go. Okay.
But still be on the red line.
Just for Reid Wilkins, a special room. I mean, an immediate one that I think a lot of people would also agree with is just the price of concession, right? Like cheap beer, cheap food, cheap things. Once you get into the door, you pay a hefty price already for the ticket to watch a great product, but do you really have to have that much in return, from the concession? Especially with Dusty saying that they might be bringing up the price for beers next year, which is already high.
What was the rumored price? $26?
Yeah, like $27, I think, from $18.99.
And
As
we
he
got
said-
a single to center
he
field
said-
by our buddy Crow Armstrong. And Straw guns the guy down at the plate. Miles Straw
Wow. This is turning out to
throws
be quite
Kelly
a game.
out at home. How about that? And Crow Armstrong stuck on first. Could have run to second while the throw was going home. I'm bugging this Crow Armstrong guy. I don't really know anything about him. Bottom of the 11th. Yeah, I think most people would probably say that they would lower the concession prices. If you could pick one thing, would you lower the ticket prices or lower the concession prices?
Ooh.
Oh, I'd lower the concession prices.
Oh, they're a little bit behind on the feeds in the other room. Gager's just celebrating the tag out now. That's a great tag, too, by Valenzuela. Great throw by Straw. Great tag by Valenzuela.
Cleveland's lid said hiring of more ushers. The OEG cut usher staff by 50% last year, and it negatively impacted viewing enjoyment.
Oh, that's interesting. So the ushers help people find their seats and probably tell people, hey, you got to sit down or wait.
Yeah, do not stand up or move your head forward when you're in the upper bowl because
Right.
you'll just see the back of some guy's bald spot, right? Like if you lean just a foot forward, you need those people to say, hey, Kay, you got to sit up straight in your seat because it really affects the viewing experience. So I agree with that one too.
By the way, Crow Armstrong did take second. He's trying to steal third. He does.
Oh,
the ball
no.
gets away, and Crow Armstrong will score the game-winning run for the Cubs, and they take it 3-2 and 11.
Isn't that funny? The fellow that we thought didn't know how to run bases earlier.
Makes a strong play on the base paths, and the Cubs.
Yeah, I would say
Get the win.
if you were to poll maybe season seat holders or a group of hardcore Oilers fans that attend games, I would say the concession prices are probably one of the biggest irks. But here's the thing. They're still selling a lot of beer. Right?
Right.
They're still selling a lot of $17 hot dog meal deals.
Those lines are stacked
Right?
during the intermissions, right? It's not like people complain, but people still show up.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you could negatively affect that, or you could, and if you have a problem with the prices of it, you could positively affect that by not buying anything when you're there. Problem is, it's hard to go to a game and a live sporting event and not have a cold one. Right?
you see another guy
$20
beside you
beer.
having a beer. Oh, it looks good. And the beer is different, man. On draft, it's pretty tasty. Got to say.
Now, it's different if you're not there just pleasurely watching, or for pleasure watching the game. Like Reid, you're working.
Yep.
So the feeling would be different. But if you're there with a buddy or your wife, you want to enjoy a libation, you might. I don't know. I've stopped buying beer there. If I ever do go there.
Well, how about the construction around Rogers Place? I guess it's not the in-game experience. Like it's just the ease of getting to the game, having a parking spot.
I've never had a problem with that because there's rapid transportation.
Right.
There's ways.
Yeah.
Like even Commonwealth. My wife and kids came to the game. They parked at Northlands, the Expo Center parking lot.
Yeah.
Right.
$20.
Yeah.
They got on a coach or like a charter bus, and they dropped them off right at the gates.
Okay, here's an off topic. Off topic. I think, and I love this city. I love the people in the city, but I think Edmontonians complain too much about parking. I feel as if people go to an event and they think they should be entitled to park a block or closer to the venue. It doesn't work that way. Cities of over 1 million people. The Oilers get 18,000 fans a game. The Elks just got 30. Hopefully they keep getting somewhere around that. And now they have the tailgate, so that parking lot's gone. So it's like, I can't believe I have to park and then walk. Yes, you do have to park. Now, I know I just complained about West Ed the other day. But, hey, if there's an event that a lot of people are going to, there's going to be competition for parking. You might not get the closest spot to the venue.
Right.
Maybe you'll go to this play at the Citadel, and there's something else going on downtown. You can't park in the library parkade right under the Citadel. You might have to park in a lot a couple blocks away and walk. That's life.
Well, that's why LRT is, to me, like this is the best part of the LRT.
Right.
Is park and ride. Is there a stop down by the Mootart or Muttart?
Yes.
There is now?
It's
what's
on
that
the
one called?
Valley Line
That's
LRT.
the Valley Line.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that going to be bumping for the...
Oh,
'cause this
Folk
would be
Fest. Yeah,
Folk
my
Fest.
friend takes it to Folk Fest. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She'll like scoot or walk downtown.
Talk about parking.
And then take it. Yeah. And
There's
then take it. Oh, no, you can't
no
park
way
for that.
Park there.
Maybe that's a little different, though, because a lot of people make a day out of that. So,
Yeah, sure.
The ritual of the process of getting there is part of the ritual, is what I'm trying to say. Klima's Lid says, I think Reid complains too much about what other people complain about. Probably true, but I'm trying to correct your behavior and help you. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. What a treat we had yesterday. Pat from the Canadian Brewhouse brought us the August wing flavor of the month to try live on air, the Bourbon Peach. They were good. That was a very unique flavor, and they hit the spot. I was quite hungry. I devoured mine.
Yes,
People
you took those down.
May have seen me eating them on air quite selfishly.
Very good, though.
Right. We were in the Canadian Brewhouse studio.
Like this is... Okay, sorry. Jay Cerner. Just wait till ACDC this weekend. Parking will be insane. Yep.
Yes, it will be.
Yes, it will be.
What do you expect it to be?
There's 65,000 people coming to one place.
You think there's going to be 40 people at the concert and you get the closest spot?
Of course it'll be insane.
You think they're going to back you into the rec center? Oh, yeah, here.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Like, okay, so either get there 5 hours early and you'll have the run-of-the-mill on parking, or find other avenues.
Now, is it because there's more like residential restrictions because you're not able to park kind of in the blocks and communities surrounding the
Why would
event
you
center?
drive to Commonwealth? There's so many easier options to use.
Right. I mean, there's little to no reason for that unless you're like have to run from work right to this event, which is unfortunate. But
I went to Post Malone.
Yeah.
You know where I drove? I drove right to Belvedere Station.
That's a spot.
Parked my truck
Free
right there.
parking. Yeah.
Parked my truck right there. I was to the stadium in 10 minutes. Easy.
I did that too, man. Not for that event, but it's easy that way.
And with the remodeling of the stadium LRT, it used to be a bottleneck. You'd have to go downstairs. Remember that, Reid? Underneath, and then there'd be a bottleneck to the one set of stairs.
Oh. Yeah.
Now it's much different. It's easier. It's much
Wide
more open.
But yeah, these large events, if you want to live in a city that has these events, it involves moving people in and out of these events.
Now, has it always like been a complaint like this, or because Commonwealth hasn't seen as many people in recent years, people forgot?
Oh no,
how
they've
busy it
had
gets?
Metallica, they've had
always like that
before. They've had huge
Leopard was
concerts.
there,
I know. I'm just trying to conceptualize why, because it's always been a thing for me growing up. Parking blows. I mean, we could be in Toronto or LA, like where the traffic is that
you want
bad.
to see parking?
Oof.
Yeah, okay.
We got lots of space in this city. Some parts, maybe not. Construction, whatever. But I agree with that. Use a scooter, man.
All right. 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Blue Jays lose 3-2 in 11 to the Cubs. They had a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the ninth. Cubs tied it with a homer and then win it in the 11th. We will have Jays play of the day for Play Alberta when we get back. Cody Fajardo in conversation with Jason Milne after the 4 o'clock break. Here's the Coop.
Moments ago, the Jays beat the Cubs 3-2 in extra innings. Toronto back in action tomorrow in Philadelphia against the Phillies. And staying with the Jays, Sportsnet reported that Trey Savage's MRI revealed that he suffered a meniscus injury on Tuesday against the Astros. The 23-year-old pitcher will undergo further evaluation next Monday. Currently in baseball, bottom 6th inning, Tigers with a 4-0 lead on the Mariners. And over to the CFL Elks practice notes, day 3, week 10 at Montreal. Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, and Kenny Logan Jr. are all questionable, while Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman are available, having Jacob Plamondon ruled out with a shoulder injury. And according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have reached an agreement on a 3-year extension, which makes him the highest paid running back in NFL history. Back to the CFL, Toronto's finally back at home. BMO Field hosting the 4-4 Stamps matchup with kickoff at 5:30. And field level in the NFL, Cardinals Panthers open up the preseason, the Hall of Fame game down in Canton, Ohio. To the CEBL playoffs, the Stingers and Bandits throw down in a single elimination Western Conference semifinal. Tip-off scheduled for 8 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas for over 30 years. Windsor Plywood has doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The conversation rolls on here on the Reid Wilkins Show. We're back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The oil stream.
You're going to say that McDavid doesn't win a cup in the next 2 years and then still takes $8 to $10 million below market value to try to make it work here?
Crazier things have happened.
I don't know if they have. I honestly don't know if anything crazier than that has happened.
The 12.5 for 2 years was the craziest thing ever. No one
This would be
expected
crazier because you gave them 2.5 years, 2 years.
And then they messed up.
And they blew it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right. Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We're 3 to 6 p.m. every weekday here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Sometimes we have programming outside of our normal hours of 6 to 6, including pre- and post-game coverage for the Elks and the Oilers. Benny went for win number 500 on NHL 26 last night. Ran into a tough opponent.
Yes.
7-4 defeat against, was it the number one online guy in the world? Or highly ranked?
The number one online versus player in EA Sports' NHL 26.
Right. So they both took Colorado. What was it? Scoreless first period?
Yep.
4-1 after 2 or 4-0? Might have been 4-1 after 2.
Yeah, he had a
might well have got
multi-goal
late in
lead.
the second.
I didn't see. I don't think Ben had a power play. I don't think Ben kept saying, "Oh, I need that save. Got to have that save." Like, are goalies controlled by Ben?
So there's percentages where it's like if a certain event happens or a lead up toward a grade A opportunity, the goaltender has, say, a 80% chance to make the stop or make the right play. I think he hit the 20% chance. He plays very risky. He pushes the offense, is highly aggressive, so he gives up those opportunities, and he had entrusted the computerized Mackenzie Blackwood to make those saves, which he didn't. He got frustrated, man.
Tough day for Benny. You know what? I got to say this. I was very, very impressed. Not that I was expecting otherwise, but Ben handled it extremely well. He gave credit where it's due and said, yeah, the guy beat me. He played better than me.
Well, he knew he was playing a high-end
Yeah,
opponent.
you're playing the best guy
Yeah.
going. I think we had obviously envisioned him demolishing
to win,
this guy,
for sure.
But, hey, on to the next one.
That's exactly it. And he said, hey, it's mainly like for fun. At the end of the day, he knew it wasn't make it or break it. So I guess 499 and 1.
Still pretty good.
That's
Still pretty darn good.
Still pretty good.
It's a lot better than anybody here.
Yes. I'd like to play against him because I wouldn't even know how the controls worked.
Oh, I'd save yourself for you.
Yeah. Well, it'd just be fun to see how bad.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But he
how
wouldn't
those
get better playing against me, though, even for 5 minutes.
Sure wouldn't.
So, no, that's true. All right. Better do this very fun part of the show. Oh, hang on, Jay. If I get a click on it. There we go.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
It is presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. You have to be 18 and older to play, and if you gamble, use your game sense.
All right. I think the Stampeders are a better team than their record would suggest. So I'm going to the CFL Thursday night game. Last time the Argonauts and Stampeders played, Calgary won 58-36. Talk about video game numbers. Those are them. I think Calgary's moving. Calgary's rolling. A couple close losses to the Alouettes, who are the number one team in the CFL by all accounts. So I'm doing this play. Jay's play of the day. Head on over to playalberta.ca. Click on sports. Click on EST specials. Vernon Adams Jr., 2 or more passing touchdowns. Calgary Stampeders money line. And Jalen Philpott, 60-plus receiving yards. Okay? That has been boosted to plus 240.
No, the nothing against this Philpott, but the better Philpott is in Montreal, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Well, better. They're both really
by
good.
By a wide margin or by somewhat of a margin?
Let's just look here.
Well, no, I'm just asking your opinion on the players.
Oh, no. I mean, Tyson Philpott, through 8 games, has 1,023 receiving yards, Reid.
He's on pace for a 2,000-yard season.
Oh, he's on pace for much more than that.
But minimum 2,000.
Right? Minimum 2,000. I mean, you've got 2 Philpotts in the top 7 ranked CFL wide
the Calgary
receivers.
Philpott is, I didn't realize he was
Jalen
that
Philpott
high. Okay.
has, through 8 games, he's got 542 yards. I mean, his brother has almost doubled him up through the same amount of games.
Right. Okay.
84 targets for Tyson Philpott. Only 47 targets for Jalen Philpott. But they're both very good. That's why I took the Philpott stack in our CFL Fantasy League.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Both Canadians, too.
Yes.
Ratio busters. So that's Jay's play of the day. Head on over to playalberta.ca. Click on sports. Click on EST specials. You'll see it there. Calgary Stampeders money line. Vernon and Adams Jr., 2 or more passing touchdowns. Jalen Philpott, 60-plus receiving yards. Boosted to plus 240. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
But this is something Mark Killam was talking about on Tuesday. By the way, the Elks head coach joins us every Tuesday at 5 for the Mark Killam show. Montreal generally throws to 2 guys. They don't spread it around. They're throwing to Sneed and to Philpott.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? Like, those 2 guys have over 70 targets. Nobody else has more than 25 in that neighborhood.
Okay, so between Tyson Philpott and Tyler Sneed, there's 156 targets.
Okay.
The third leading receiver in terms of targets for the Montreal Alouettes is Alexander Hollins with 22.
Oh, wow.
It's not even close. It's a two-person show.
So it's a 78 target average for the top 2 guys.
And
the next guy is 22.
Just to tease
so
with
4 out of every 5 passes go to either Philpott or Sneed.
Correct.
Okay.
And to tease what's coming up after the break, in my one-on-one with Cody Fajardo, I asked him specifically about that. As a quarterback, would you rather have 2 targets like that take up 80% of your throws, or would you rather have a vast group of receivers to throw the ball to?
Right. Okay. Also tonight, the Edmonton Stingers in action into the playoffs against the Vancouver Bandits in the Canadian Elite Basketball League. Bandits play their home games in Langley. So these are one gamers, right?
Yes.
So Vancouver's favored. They finished first in the West. Edmonton was fourth, but into the one game playoff here. So we'll see if the Stingers can keep their season alive. Something else to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Stingers are currently 8-point underdogs.
Well, can you get that on Play Alberta?
Sure can.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so there's something else. Play
And there
Alberta.
is a play. There is a CEBL play under ESD Specials as well that Dusty and Huss cooked up.
Right.
On the Lock Shop presented by Play Alberta.
Okay. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. At Tap 25, they have the $21.99 prime rib special. That's available 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Available for dine-in and takeout, the $21.99 prime rib special at Tap 25, rivercreeresort.com. Here is the 4 o'clock break, and then Cody Fajardo, the Elks quarterback, in conversation with Jay Milne.
The Lock Shop.
Harrison Frost has been announced the starter for the Ticats. That number still sits at 7, same it was yesterday, and it sits at 56.5. That's an interesting number from a teaser perspective. I do think Nathan Rourke's going to come back in hot here. I think BC minus the 7. All due respect to the Ticats defense.
Another new quarterback, first start on the road against a desperate team.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 15th. Elks, Argos at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Family Day presented by Goodwill Industries of Alberta. Youth 17 and under get in free for an early afternoon contest. Conditions apply. Plus, come experience a surprise halftime that will be sure to pop. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Tickets and info at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Elks
Elks practice notes, day 3, week 10 at Montreal. Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, and Kenny Logan Jr. are all questionable, having Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman available for the contest. Jacob Plamondon being ruled out for this week. Out east, the Argos are finally back at BMO Field hosting the Stampeders at 5:30 tonight, and according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have agreed to a massive 3-year extension for the guaranteed amount of $51.5 million. Field level, the Cardinals and Panthers open the NFL preseason, during tonight's Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. In Blue Jays news, Trey Savage will undergo further evaluation on Monday after Sportsnet reported that his MRI revealed that he suffered a meniscus injury on Tuesday against the Astros. Currently in baseball, just one game live in the majors, top of the 7th, a 7-0 advantage for the Tigers against the Mariners. And CEBL playoff action, the 4th seed Stingers face the 1st seed Bandits, throwing down in a single elimination Western Conference semifinal. Tip-off scheduled for 8 o'clock tonight. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
We would be very grateful if you click the thumbs up button, the like button on YouTube. If you are on YouTube this afternoon, give us a click. We'd like to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. We're halfway there, a third of the way into the show, but don't be a pleasure delayer. Get in there and click. If you're on audio streaming, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, that's fine. Maybe you have time to pop into YouTube at some point. Give us a thumbs up. That would be really, really cool. But if you're a regular YouTube listener, make it a habit to give us a thumbs up. He's Jay. I'm Reid. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. We'll get to the Cody Fajardo interview in a couple of minutes here. We're going to qualify somebody for our draw for tickets for AC/DC on Sunday. When are we doing that? Later on in the show? 20 after 5-ish?
Yeah, 20 after 5-ish.
Okay, and you're going to have another beauty of a trivia question. You've done a great job with them so far this week.
Yes, I've got one.
They've been really good, okay?
I've got one.
Okay, that's fun stuff. The off-topic topic for William Huff, something you won that very few people or no one else cares about.
Yeah.
Like me winning the on-screen death draft.
Baggio says, I won text of the day. It was highlight for me and no one cares.
That's fair enough. We care. Sure it was a good text.
Barry the Cheater says, I won 2 tickets in club seating behind the Kings bench to an Oilers game at Northlands Coliseum by winning a pancake eating competition on an FM radio station. It's called K97 Pancakes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He sent a video.
He sent a video.
Holy
crap. Wow. If it would have been at Rogers Place, Jim Hiller probably would have tried to put him into the game.
No. He's not a forward.
Oh, no, that's right.
That's right.
He would have left him on the bench.
Martin says, I would like to imagine that Reid gets flown in a helicopter everywhere he needs to go.
Thank you. That is not the case, though. Is that because I said don't complain about parking?
No, maybe thinks you're royalty.
Well, that's one way to look at it. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. So noon on Saturday, Jay and Matt will have our Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. 1 p.m. game between the Elks and Alouettes. And then they're on after the game for the Commonwealth Stadium post-game show. And then you're off for a week.
Yes.
So next week, me and whoever else is on the show with me, we may have a couple of fringe-related segments. I'm working on one today. I don't want to say too much about it because I got to nail it down. But if it comes through, you'd probably try to watch it while you're on holidays if this is booked.
Correction, I would watch it.
You would watch it
on holidays.
I'll just say to people this. Now, we teased it already. We're hoping to have Colin Mockery here in studio next Friday. And if you're somebody out there saying like, well, that's not a sports guest, I won't watch it. It's a talk show. If we can get a big name, someone fun, we're going to have Colin Mockery on. We had him on last year. But the other guest is actually he's sports related, and he's doing a fringe show. I think I will get. I wouldn't bring it up if I wasn't pretty confident. We just would have to find a time, but this would not be something I think people expect when it comes to a fringe show. So we'll see about that.
Okay,
we'll see about that. Just for a little Cooper, you don't know about Cooper the Goober. You don't know about this, eh?
No,
you're in the dark.
I know. I'm
Jay's not in the dark.
Oh,
I've been enlightened.
You are in the light. Great studio lighting
by Reid Wilkins.
This could be
he enlightens me every day.
This would be a very memorable segment.
Might be guest of the year.
Well, you never know.
And that even says, well, that's saying a lot given that later in the week, Reid might have Colin Mockery in this seat.
In studio, right?
I think this might.
Yeah.
Either way, how it goes, depending. I think either way, it could be.
Could be very good. Yeah.
Could be very bad.
So, yeah, just something to keep in mind for next week. All right. Portions of this hour, well, specifically this portion of the hour, because we have a player on, presented by the Edmonton Elks. Bring the energy and lock in for the second half of the season with a 5-game ticket pack. Pick yours up today and receive a $25 voucher. Grab your half-season pass at goelks.com/tickets. Look, we know what is happening here. The Elks need to sell tickets. They know there's positive vibes around the team because of their record, because of the excitement of the games, because they just had 31,000 for a game against the Riders. The Elks need to build their season ticket base. So they're not saying, well, let's wait till this year. They're saying, let's get people on board for half a season right now. Let's give them the final 5 games of this season, and then hopefully get them on for 9 regular season games next year. That's what they're doing here, which I think they got to do. They can't be complacent, but they can't be, well, let's see how this season goes and then sell. They got to sell it now. We had somebody come in and pick up a prize today, and he said, glad to see the Elks doing well. He's like, this is the most excited I've been about watching their games in a long time. And we get that because...
As you should be. Yeah. They're a really good football team.
They're a good team. Do I think they should be underdogs against Montreal? Yes, I do. But do I think are they going to battle and be in this game and maybe take it down to the wire? Yes, I do, because that's kind of who they are this year.
If they're underdogs, it's by a very slight margin, in my opinion. Now,
that's fair.
the betting world would certainly consider them underdogs right now. They're 4.5-point underdogs. I think this game will be a lot closer than that, and over 80% of the CFL games this year have come down to the final 3 minutes. This just seems like that might happen again.
Okay, you were at practice earlier today. I know the Elks, I think they're at the airport now getting ready to fly to Montreal. They're going a day early because it's the early game on Saturday. Jay spoke with quarterback Cody Fajardo.
They haven't had you on our show for a little while since the, I would say, viral video that went out, your wife celebrating in silence so as to not wake the kids. What was it like to see that go a little viral, as you're usually the guy that probably delivers the video?
It's honestly crazy. Like, if you look at my posts on social medias, most of them get a decent amount. Hers got like 380,000 people viewed it. So it's just the sacrifices she makes for me to allow to play this game. It means a lot in our household when we have big wins like that, and just goes to show how much she's rooting for me. And even from 1,000 miles away, she's still, rooting for me. And she's done a lot to allow me to play 12 years in this league and have a long career. So I'm extremely blessed. And the kids did go to sleep. So most important thing, keep the kids sleeping and then celebrate the win afterwards.
Yeah, spoken like a true father. How's the week been? How's the week of prep been? Tough loss last Saturday, but how was the rebound? How was the vibe?
Yeah, I told the guys going into this week, the difference between good teams and great teams are teams that respond after losses. And that was 2 physical games back-to-back, 2-point games on both sides of it. Like, we just took the Grey Cup, defending Grey Cup champs, beat them at their place and took them down to the wire at our place. Like, we know we have a good team. We got to clean up our penalties, got to clean up our red zone efficiency. And usually the 2 statistics that in big games versus good teams that really make a difference is turnover margin, which we won in the last game, penalties, and then the bonus would be the red zone efficiency. We kicked too many field goals, they scored too many touchdowns. So huge emphasis on our red zone this week on both sides of the ball, knowing that we're playing a really good Montreal team. And like I said, really good football teams, you got to be great in the red zone, score touchdowns, not field goals.
What are you seeing in the red zone? I mean, you guys get there the most out of any team in the CFL, right? But it's a matter of turning those into 6 points as opposed to settling for 3. What do you see in the red zone that maybe you can help this team improve in that category?
Yeah, I think a composure is one. I think sometimes when you drive the field, everyone gets so excited because they want to score a touchdown. You want to score a touchdown. And like the nonchalant plays, so to speak, in the open field, it's just like routine. And then everything's just status quo. And then we get in the red zone and everybody wants to be that guy to make a play. And I think it's almost like we're trying too hard. And then to add on top of it, every week in the media, we're talking about the red zone and it's just put way more emphasis on it than anything. So now guys really tense up. And then now they're trying to just do too much, and so myself included, just try to stay where we're at. Like you said, we lead the league in getting down in the red zone. Sure. Our offense is very, very talented. We do a great job moving the ball. We just have to keep our heads, keep our composure, because honestly, in the red zone, it has nothing to do about talent. It has everything to do about composure. The team that doesn't lose their mind down there is the team that usually is successful, whether it's defense or offense. So that's been our focus this week, and I think we got a really good game plan going into this one. Guys feel confident about it, and we'll see how they play us, but every team's a little different. In the CFL, the red zone's so difficult, right? You see one coverage all the way, and then once you flip to the 20, defense changes. So sometimes you're calling certain plays for certain coverages, then all of a sudden they flip their script. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but we're looking forward to a good bounce-back game in the red zone this week.
What do you say to the fans, or, like you said, people in the media that say, they figured out a way to stop Justin Rankin?
You know what? It's just one of those things where we played a really good SAS team back-to-back. BC Lions is the number one team at stopping the run, like just what they're doing. So hit the tear that he started the season on, I think the focal point was stop Justin Rankin. Then we throw for 500 yards, and people want to talk about Justin Rankin being stopped. Well, it opens up pass lanes. It opens up play action, opens up things like that. So it's a good problem to have, but also you can't be one-dimensional. So a little bit in that second SAS game, we got a little bit one-dimensional, and then it makes it easy. Their D-lines is to just pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. Their coverage guys were playing 40 yards deep and not allowing me to throw anything downfield. So that makes things difficult. You got to take what they give you, and you got to drive the long haul of the field. But Rankin will get back going. He's our best player on the team, and he'll get back going. We just got to give him confidence that when we are handing him the ball off and he's not getting hit in the backfield, it gets him in a little bit more of a rrhythm than handing a ball off and then throwing for 4 plays and then you hand it off, and it's just harder to get in rhythm that way. But what I'll say is he made a huge play in that game. He ran a seam ball, 50-something yard gain. There's other ways to affect this and help this team win football games that Rankin's been doing, even though people have slowed down the run game.
The team you're playing against has 2 receivers that I think amount to 80% of their offensive receiving production. What's it like for a quarterback for you to have such weapons and not just have the marquee receiver? I mean, Austin Mack's been putting up great numbers, of course, but you've got a group to throw to. Is that, is it more preferred as a quarterback to have the ability to spread the wealth as opposed to just target on 1 or 2
Yeah,
guys?
you know what? I think we're 2 different quarterbacks, where I tell our receivers all the time, wherever the defense dictates the ball is going to go, that's where I'm going to throw it. Davis is a little bit younger in his career, and so he sometimes is throwing balls up, and his guys are making plays. So it's been electric for them to watch, as a fan, watching them in their offense, like very electric. But he's going to throw those balls to those guys regardless. Like, those are his guys. If you listen to all the media and coverage, he's roommates with Snead. Mm-hmm. He's been with Philpott since he's got there, and like they have a really good connection from what I know. So he's going to find a way to get the ball in those guys' hands because they're really talented football players. So I think we just see the game a little bit differently, where I'm more of a progression based. If it's 8 guys touching the ball, I'm happy about that. Like, that I think is much harder, because then you take 2 guys away that are the share loaders. Then other guys have to step up into roles that they're not familiar with, right? So they've been really, really good all year. And those guys are, I think, at 180 targets or something crazy like that. But what I know about that offense and what Coach Moss and Calvillo, they do a really good job of scheming up guys getting open and looking at defenses. They got so much knowledge over there. They know how to get guys open. And if Philpott doesn't touch the ball for 3 plays, they'll throw him a quick screen, or they'll throw him away just to make him feel in rhythm. And so it's almost an extension of the run game, where a lot of their targets have added up because they're just kicking the ball out to him.
One last one for you here, Cody. any extra juice in this game, going back to Montreal, going back to, the place you won a Grey Cup with? Does that happen? Do you get a little bit more pep in your step this week?
I mean, every team at this point, I played for 5 teams.
Sure.
Sask is another one that people can talk about. But for me, like last year was a really big one, going back there for the first time. And then this home game, because it was my first time playing against Davis. Now it's just the next team at this point. If it was my first time going back to Montreal, first time playing Davis, maybe it's a little bit different. But at this point, it's the best in the West versus the best in the East. And we're excited about the opportunity. They're undefeated at home. It's going to be a tough atmosphere to play. I just know how hard it is to win in Montreal and how good their football team is. So we got our hands full, but that we got a really talented roster, and we got guys that can get it done. We just have to play clean football, execute our game plan, and we'll have a chance in the fourth quarter.
Cody Fajardo talking to Jason Milne earlier today after the Elks practice. What struck you from that conversation?
The answer to the red zone question, which, we've heard execution, and missed assignments, MAs, as Coach Mark Killen would call them. But he said composure. And that kind of clicked with me because, you see, certainly last week against Saskatchewan, you saw a lot of scrambling, because if that ball's not out of Cody's hands, if it's a pass play, that ball's not out of his hands in two seconds, something went wrong. Okay. Somebody's either not doing their job or not holding their responsibility. And that made sense to me because, he also added that everybody wants to get down there and be the guy that makes the play. But in those instances, it's most important. It's paramount to the play that everybody does their job. Everybody stays in their lane for the greater good of the team. And that includes Cody. And if you've got a ball to fit into a spot, fit it in there. Huck it. Don't hold on to it because the rush is coming. Because your offensive linemen are only supposed to hold their blocks for 1.5 seconds. So composure, knowing your role inside the red zone, I think will lead to success for this team.
So he said the defense often changes in the red zone. What does he mean by that? Or what do defenses usually do in the red zone?
You can generally see a lot more of a zero package in the red zone because you're not going to be taking that 40-yard strut down the field. So a zero package is when you're blitzing.
Right.
And your safety's down in coverage. You're in one-on-one situations. That ball's got to be out in 1.5 seconds or else you're expecting your defense to get to the quarterback.
Yep.
So you can also see a lot of run blitzes as well, which is why, I think the play calling for the Elks, now that I'm looking back on some of the games and some of the red zone opportunities, it's not necessarily the play calling. It's just making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing on each play. That goes to the receivers, running backs, quarterback, doing your job. And I think if they can do that, that's a big ask. Composure is not a simple word in the game of football, especially in the red zone. But if you're asking what do defenses do differently, yeah, they'll generally tighten things up.
Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. You can go to playalberta.ca/EST. I think you'll enjoy a couple of things that might pop up on that page. And, of course, go to sports, go to EST Specials. And there is a lot there, including Jay's Play of the Day. You did one of those, what do you call them, CFL teasers?
I did.
Did the CFL teaser. And the week starts tonight with Calgary at Toronto. Tomorrow, Ottawa at Saskatchewan. Does Ottawa have a chance?
Yes. They do.
Interesting.
Saskatchewan's receiving core is depleted. I believe the only starter that they have that will be in the game is Emilus. That's the only one of their big targets that they'll have. AJ Ouellette is still out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have receivers with less than 1 year's experience in the CFL. Like Ottawa's
got Keyshawn Johnson, don't they? Or did he get hurt?
No, he's hurt.
Okay.
Keon Schaefer-Baker is injured.
Right.
So they are without some big guns. So we'll see what that does to that offense.
So Ottawa fired their defensive coordinator?
Yes. And they got rid of a person maybe they perceived as a problem.
We didn't talk about that much. What do you make of that Eugene Lewis being cut? Is he just... You just don't want him on your team?
When something like that happens, it's a locker room thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the guy we need around our team right now.
Right. I mean, talent-wise, he's very good CFL
honestly,
player.
he's good. Is he a number one? No.
Okay.
He wasn't a number one here in Edmonton. You can say all the things you want about who was throwing him the ball. He had opportunities that were missed. And I just get the sense that in the locker room with a team that's struggling, you don't need a guy that is me. Hey, get me the ball. Like, that's just not, for a struggling team that, hey, they're going through what Edmonton went through last year. That's exactly the same story. New coach, new staff, new quarterback. And you're trying to bring in players that you think will be the right fit. And Eugene Lewis was not. Now, watch for Saskatchewan. Now, I'd be surprised if Saskatchewan brought a player like Eugene Lewis in, because I think their locker room demeanor outweighs your success. What you can bring to the field. Right.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yes, Ottawa's been in games, Reid. They should have beat Saskatchewan last time. They were driving.
Yeah, true. How many points did they waste against Montreal? I know Montreal is very good.
Like what? 3 red zones?
Yeah, they kept goofing up.
Like with 0 points?
Yeah.
They were driving with the ball to beat Saskatchewan, and they failed to convert on a third down conversion. That it ended the game. Ottawa's like Edmonton last year, like I just said. They're a good team. They're just not finding ways to win. They're finding ways to lose. And eventually they will find a way to win. Now, I still picked Saskatchewan to win this game because I think the team as a whole is better. But they're missing some key components.
And then doubleheader on Saturday, Edmonton at Montreal and Hamilton at BC. We're going to talk about short yardage quarterbacks. And speaking of the Riders, do they have somebody that the rest of the league should be looking for?
Okay, sorry. Keyshawn Johnson in.
He's in. Okay,
it's Emilus that's out.
Is still, and he would miss the last game.
He did.
Right. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Tap 25, 50% off the entire menu, Sunday to Thursday, 7 days a week. 7 days a week for 50% off the entire menu at Tap 25, 2 to 5 p.m., 7 days a week. Go to rivercreeresort.com. All right, here's the Coop.
Elks practice notes, day 3, week 10 at Montreal. Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, and Kenny Logan Jr. are all questionable, while Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman are available, having Jacob Plamondon ruled out for this week. Out east, the Argos are finally back at home. BMO Field hosting the Stampeders. Kickoff at 5:30 tonight, and according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have agreed to a massive 3-year extension worth a guaranteed amount of $51.5 million. Field level, the Cardinals-Panthers open the NFL preseason during tonight's Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Blue Jays news, Trey Savage will undergo further testing on Monday after his MRI revealed that he sustained a meniscus injury in Tuesday's contest against the Astros. Currently just a pair of games underway in the majors. An 8-run cushion for the Tigers against the Mariners, top of the 8th inning, and top of the 2nd. The Nationals are down by 2 against the Phillies. CEBL play the Stingers and Bandits throw down in a single elimination Western Conference semifinal. Tip-off goes at 8 o'clock. And this sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. More on the Reid Wilkins Show here after the break on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN.
I mean, heck, guys, I was covering the Philpott Bowl last week. During the pregame introductions, they're like, number 85, Jalen Philpott, and the crowd popped. Like, with my headset on, and I took my headset off, I'm like, oh my God, did they just actually lose their minds in a pregame introduction? That never happens in the CFL. So, homegrown heroes, to me, the Alouettes have probably got 2 of the top 5 when it comes to Tyson and Davis Alexander right now. It's just the reality.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, weekday mornings, 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. We will have a fun guest coming up at the top of the hour. A young guy in Edmonton, I think for the first time. Calls play-by-play for the Guelph Storm in the Ontario Hockey League. He's here covering the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, so we'll get the lowdown on that tournament and on his career. Dylan Baker is going to join us. That'll be fun. Hope you're having a good time joining us. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. We will get to buying or selling here for Damon Bunting right away. I got to apologize. That last segment, I yawned a couple times. I'm not bored. I'm not disinterested. Just a little tired. I don't recover as quickly as I used to. I ran this morning. Mm-hmm. So next Sunday, the 16th, I'm running the 10K as part of Edmonton Marathon Day. There's the marathon, the half, the 10K, and the full. Is there a fun walk or run? There usually is.
Usually
something. But I'm doing the 10K, and I did my hit on the Nielsen show this morning. And then a little while after that, I went for a run. Oddly, I kind of have a route in my head. If I leave from home, I kind of have a route in my head where I want to go and an approximate distance. So I don't, it's not like I go, exactly a certain number of K. Oddly enough, when I returned home today, my distance was 7.77K.
Oh.
That'd be the jackpot on a slot machine.
Yes.
But I feel a little tuckered out today.
That's okay. That's a long distance to run, Reid. How'd you feel?
Probably one of my better feeling runs, quite frankly. Though I've been telling them, my legs, I just don't have the pop. I don't have the jump. I got the heavy legs. I got the tired legs. It's not good.
Do you ever do leg workouts?
I think if you run, you don't have to do leg workouts.
Oh, I disagree.
Really? Okay.
I think you should do some lunges, do some squats.
Oh, really?
Even body weight. That would help muscle up.
Well, somebody told me once, because I used to do...
running is a form of a leg workout.
I used to do leg presses, and one year I was doing leg presses and my foot slipped just a little bit and the weight came down a little bit, and it created a bit of a muscle problem with my ribs.
Oh, no.
And I told somebody this who was a very experienced runner, and he said, don't do leg presses. He's like, if you run, you don't need to work out your legs on top of that. Kastura in the nasty chat. That's where you can chime in on you. By the way, let's get some thumbs up going, folks. I don't know what's happened with the thumbs today.
Lazy thumb day.
Click that thumbs up. I won the draft. Jay got a one-on-one with Cody Fajardo. We got a lot of things to thumb today. Does Reid run in silence, or does he listen to music? No, I get asked this every once in a while, so I'll give an update. I run in silence. I do not listen to music. If I run on my treadmill at home, I'll put the iPad on and watch a video while I'm running because you're stationary. I don't run with headphones. My phone's in a belt, pouch belt or whatever they're called that I take with me. I don't listen to music. I just like running, taking it in, being aware of what's going on around me.
But you hear the sights and sounds of Edmonton.
And when I pass somebody, I'll say morning or I'll say hello. And a lot of times people have headphones in, you didn't notice, and they just ignore you. They're like, they don't even realize you said hello to them or greeted them.
I would say it's more rare to run without earbuds in or listening device.
Yeah, probably.
Than not.
In this day and age. I guess I should wear a Walkman.
That would be cool.
People would run with Walkmans for sure.
Didn't they used to have Walkmans that could attach to your bicep?
Attach up higher up on your arm so the cord wasn't as long.
Right.
Yeah. But no, I enjoy running in silence.
Put in a cassette?
Yeah.
At the halfway point,
the one that would
turn around.
You would do it on its own because you can't be stopping to eject it and do it.
There were ones that did it on its own. Would play the other side automatically.
They would do the auto. I think it was called auto reverse. Yeah,
that must have been.
You never had those?
No,
those were a big deal.
I remember Discmans.
Right. Yeah,
and those sucked because they skip.
Oh, while you're running.
Yeah,
if you're pounding.
Remember,
away
wasn't there one called the Shockwave that was like certain not to skip?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like a little briefcase.
When you ran, did you wear something? Did you listen to something?
Yeah. Not during the marathon, though.
Oh, the half you wanted to soak that all in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like I started with earbuds in, but I took them out probably 20 minutes in because it was so hot that day. It was so sweaty that they just wouldn't stay in my ears. I was sweating so much.
You had 2 Stanley Cup rings plugging your ears.
Yeah, they were plugging my ears. So I just took them out and put them in my pocket. It was great.
Yeah.
But I was also running with a pace bunny who tells you things.
Didn't really know the pace.
Well, you did pretty good.
Yeah.
You did pretty good, but he didn't actually have a watch on, which I thought was alarming.
I was quite surprised. I thought they'd be down to the second.
No, he was just kind of going with it. There was a girl that was running in our group that had a watch that he would check in with her and say, how is our pace?
Sorry. All right.
Because I believe it was a 6 minute and 20-second pace.
Okay. And did you go a little faster than that, or were you right around there?
Yeah, that should have got you done. Whatever the pace was per kilometer, I think it was 6:20, but we were scheduled to finish in 2.5 hours. I finished in 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I broke away from the pack at the end.
You pulled away. Yeah, I saw you down Jasper Ave. What would have been about 3K left?
Yeah.
Probably about 3K when I saw you.
Grinding.
I just walked down from my house, and then I went and did the 5K later in the day. We got our bibs still hanging
We do.
Hernan refused to add his.
Yeah, well.
Hopefully he adds his this year. I think he's going to do quite well in the half marathon.
I think he's going to set up.
Just for context, Hernan Salas hosts our 1 to 3 p.m. show, EST Afternoons with Salas and Gage. He's a runner. I don't know if that's ever talked about on their show.
I don't think he likes to talk about it.
Yeah, so I should just reveal that so people know
he might not like that you're saying that. But.
Well, I guess. 780-218-9999 is the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. The off-topic topic, something you won that very few people care about. This is inspired by me winning our EST on-screen death draft. Narrow victory over Dustin Nielsen. A couple of guys are going to be relegated, Ben Thompson and Lieutenant Eric. If you have something, we've had some pretty fun submissions already. Something you won that very few people or perhaps no one else cares about. This could be a family golf tournament, a spelling bee, a game of hangman against your cousin that was heated, that meant a lot at the time, but really no one cares about.
Yeah, see, I think that draft that a lot of people do care about. Like there was, almost 400 votes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right? So, I would say some people care about that.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's get to buying or selling. It's presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. There's a guy in the CFL who's probably going to play in the CFL for another decade. He plays quarterback. And if he plays for another decade, he might never throw a pass. And I don't know when his contract is up. When he is a free agent, he might be one of the most sought-after free agents in the league in that offseason. Because he has a very specific job, and he rarely fails at it. When he trots off to the sidelines, I think the fans of the opposition think, well, we're not stopping this guy. He plays for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He's their backup quarterback. Before that, he played for the Calgary Stampeders. He was their backup quarterback, and that's really how he established himself at this job. And his name is Tommy Stevens. And some Riders fans will tell you that's why the Riders lost to the Elks in the previous week, is because they didn't put him inside the 5-yard line or whatever it was late in the game.
Good point.
And we saw the Riders use him quite a bit Saturday on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Before I get to sort of the crux of what I'm going to ask, I mean, you played safety. What would you be thinking when Tommy Stevens, if you were, on whatever CFL team, the Elks or whoever, and you're playing against the Riders as a safety, what would you think when Tommy Stevens came into the game? Like, would you think, okay, like I know he's just going to run. I'm just going to get up there and try to hit him.
No, as a safety, you would be thinking, okay, where's the threat coming from if he decides to pass it for once?
Yeah.
Or if he actually hands it off and your guys are all going toe-to-toe in the trenches.
Right.
You have to think as a safety, you are the safety valve. So if somebody leaks out for a pass, you've got to be aware of that. And usually you're too small to make any sort of a difference in the trenches anyways.
Okay.
So it's those guys that are in the trenches that make the difference there. And that's where you got to credit Saskatchewan's O-line. They can get a push. They can get guys on their heels that open up avenues for Tommy Stevens. Now, Tommy Stevens on his own right is not a small man.
Right.
He's 6'4", 245 pounds.
Yes,
that's big.
So here's my buying or selling. Do CFL teams need to find a short yardage specialist, even if he's not a quarterback? Find someone with that size that can take contact, that can carry the ball, because we know a quarterback sneak almost always works, but if you don't get it, it can be quite crippling, as we saw the Elks experience. They survived a couple short yardage disasters in Regina the previous week.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a skill set that needs to be more valued in the Canadian Football League? Like, it can't just be like, oh, we'll let our backup do it. Oh, we'll let our third stringer do it. Whatever. It's just a yard. Just plow forward. Because Tommy Stevens can quarterback sneak quite well, and then he can line up in the shotgun and sort of do that read option, in which he usually just keeps the ball anyway and runs forward. But he scored 3 touchdowns against the Elks. He helped them close out the game on the final drive, right? With a couple runs where he just basically faked it to the running back, and you knew he wasn't going to hand it off, and then just followed guys up the middle, and he's hard to bring down. Is this a position like this short, not just the third string quarterback? You need to have a short yardage specialist, whether he was drafted or developed as a quarterback or not, where it's like, you're big, you're tough, we know you can read the play, and we know that you are not going to fail when you do this. Like, we can't ever roll the dice.
Yeah, I think so, because it's proving its worth. I mean, Tommy Stevens leads the CFL in touchdowns right now.
Right.
With 8. He has not thrown one pass this season.
Yeah, like he's not going to pass.
He's 41 rush attempts through 7 games, Reid, and he leads the CFL. He gets a touchdown on almost 1/4 of the carries that he makes.
Right.
Okay? And a lot of this is credit to Saskatchewan too, though, Reid, is when they're on the goal line, they put the quarterback under center, and just Tommy Stevens' size alone will get that yard. That is almost a given, unless he slips. But that's just a guy with a size advantage. That's as big as some of these players that are on the interior line. He's got the reach, and he's got athleticism. So yes, absolutely, because they roll him out there in situations where it's 2nd and 4.
Right.
And they'll say, okay, Tommy, do your thing.
Go Snowplow, go get it.
And heaven forbid the one time he does throw the ball, it'll guaranteed be a touchdown because nobody's going to expect it. Right? Edmonton got beat like that. We were talking in the bullpen in Kelowna, where they leaked out a blocking linebacker that was in on a third down situation because nobody's expecting it. Right? So, yeah, I think, and you've seen it here in Edmonton with a smaller quarterback trying to take those third down situations and getting stuffed.
And that's Schneider. I'd prefer they just leave Fajardo in at this point.
Sure. I mean, Cody, he lays it all out on the line, though. And he opens himself up to taking some hits.
Right.
So you'd hate to see that. But, yeah, it's a bit of a Swiss Army knife because you're damned. What if he hands the ball off? Then you're overmatched there.
Yes.
You have to respect it. That's why that works so well, because you have to respect that running back going across the formation. And then that opens up the Tommy Stevens to pick whichever hole he can get through.
Right. And this is why I find this so interesting, because he's as automatic as anybody. And I'm thinking, okay, do other teams just need to say, okay, we know we're never going to stop Saskatchewan, so we have to make sure we're never stopped in those situations as well. Like, it kind of sets off a chain of events, right?
Yep.
And again, maybe it doesn't have to be someone who's a quarterback.
No, I mean, BC used Horvath.
Yeah. Teach a linebacker to do it. Whoever.
There's somebody that is athletic and has the size to push the pile a bit. That's all you need. And by all accounts, Tommy Stevens is a good guy. Buys his offensive lineman a box of donuts for every touchdown he scores.
Oh, wow, they had a lot of donuts this week. Maybe that's Ottawa's secret weapon.
I think I was reading an article. I think he had to space them out.
Yeah, you got to space them out.
Yeah.
780-218-9999 is the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. We will have an update on the Hlinka Gretzky Cup at 5. We will have a qualifier for a draw for 2 tickets. The draw will be tomorrow to see AC/DC on Sunday. We'll have a trivia question for that. And we may do an encore of the Cody Fajardo interview, because that was awesome that you got on a one-on-one with the quarterback. Here's Scoop.
Today's Elks injury report: Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, and Kenny Logan Jr. are all questionable for Saturday's game against Montreal, while Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman are available, having Jacob Plamondon ruled out for Week 10. Out east, the Argos and Stampeders, they battle with Toronto finally back at BMO Field. Kickoff at 5:30. Down south, ESPN, they've reported that the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have agreed to a massive 3-year extension worth a guaranteed amount of $51.5 million. Field level, the Cardinals Panthers open the NFL preseason tonight. The Hall of Fame game going from Canton, Ohio. And Blue Jays news: Trey Savage will undergo further testing on Monday after his MRI revealed that he sustained a meniscus injury in Tuesday's contest against the Astros. And just 2 games live right now in the majors. Top of the 9th, Tigers up 11-zip on the Mariners. End of the 2nd, it's a 2-run lead for the Phillies against the Nationals. And CEBL action: Stingers Bandits, they tip off in a single elimination Western Conference semifinal. That game starts at 8 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. More on the other side of the break. Reid Wilkins, Jay Milne, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I know that you're saying it's winning, that you need a winning culture. You need a head coach that needs to be the guy. And this head coach probably cheered more than the players did after they kicked that field goal. Yeah. Running around, headset off, all this stuff. Like, you see coaches like that in the NFL, and you're like, I want to play for that coach right now. Everybody in that locker room wants to play for that coach.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Two guys and a goalie.
Dallas Mavericks have put out a bounty on this card.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so the team has put out a bounty. So whoever pulls this card, they can keep it, and the price will go up and up and up for a long, long time, assuming Cooper Flag is what you think Cooper Flag is going to be. Or you can take the bounty that the Dallas Mavericks are offering. You're taking it.
Oh, yeah. 32 years.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Okay, thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to the Odyssey tonight. That's a movie. Coob, you said you've seen it twice?
Yes, and I'm planning to see it a third
Did you pee?
time. I think one of the times I did. The second time I did. The first time...
you stuck through, yeah. I better stop drinking water.
Had a battle.
Because it's, 2 hours and 52 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
There'll be 10 to 15 minutes of stuff before the film.
Mm.
Oh, it's going to be a late night.
Yeah.
I'm going to be home nigh on midnight.
What theater are you going to?
North Edmonton, the St. Albert Trail. No, I'm not seeing it in IMAX. I've seen a bunch of, you have to see it in IMAX. I'm not seeing it in IMAX. Are you seeing it? Did you see it in IMAX, Coop?
I haven't yet, but...
Oh, you want to go a third time?
I want to that bad. Yeah, I'm on the same level as Joaquin. Him and I are in the same mindset when it comes to the Odyssey. Because he's experienced it twice as well. And seeing it the first time in the regular ratio, IMAX is well worth it, seems like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're going to love it, Reid. I hope you do. If not, I might cry. I might shed a tear.
I hope I do as well. I mean, it's getting excellent reviews. Everybody I know who's seen it has quite enjoyed it. So, and Christopher Nolan generally doesn't miss. So, and like all the Spider-Man people are in it. Tom Holland, Zendaya, John Bernthal's in it as well, is he not?
That he is.
Three of the main people from the Spider-Man movie.
It's pretty cool how they're all involved in the same, film, same year.
It's almost like some of them might be married to each other.
No, I can't believe that.
Do movie stars get a cut of the revenue?
Ooh. Well, I know Harrison Ford did that with Star Wars, right?
I think some of them get that negotiated in, but I think generally it's like, okay, you get paid this to be on the movie. But I think...
who's the biggest star in the Odyssey?
Damon.
Matt Damon.
He's the lead.
What did he get paid for the Odyssey?
Well, let's Google that.
Like, what's Matt Damon's going rate?
Probably $20 million. Matt Damon, Odyssey salary.
Sure.
Matt Damon earned a reported salary of $15 million to star as Odysseus in the Odyssey. That made him the highest paid actor in the ensemble cast, though some reports note his base fee may have been lower up front with back-end profit participation.
So I
think if you're a big enough person, you could say, you know what, I'll do this for $10 million, but I want 1% of the worldwide revenue or whatever. Whereas if you're perhaps playing a lesser character, I mean, it says here this is AI Google stuff. Says Tom Holland $10 million, Anne Hathaway and Robert Pattinson $7 million each, Zendaya $5 million each.
So the Odyssey already has grossed $988 million worldwide.
Are you serious?
Oh, worldwide.
Geez. Well, yeah, still. That's amazing.
So if he had a percentage of 1% of that.
Now, I don't know if it'd be 1%. Maybe it wouldn't even be that much, but still.
Even if it's 0.5%.
Even if it's 0.1%. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's okay. I was wondering. I didn't know how that works.
I think Nicholson, when he played the Joker in Batman back in 89, I think he had some kind of deal with the box office, or maybe of the toy related revenue, something like that. So yeah, there's ways you can work that out, but I think you have to be a massive star to suggest that, right? They got to think like, okay, well, we really need this guy, so he's going to get that.
Well, wasn't Harrison Ford the one who negotiated like a 1% revenue share of anything Star Wars?
I don't know about
Star
that.
Wars?
I don't
because
know.
I read something about that.
I don't know if anybody.
I
I thought Lucas had something to do with it. I thought Lucas negotiated some sort of cut of the toys, like Lucas himself. I don't know if it was Ford, but I may be wrong, Coop. I thought that's. I mean, I'm trying to remember this on the fly now. I thought that's why Lucas created the Ewoks, because it's like these will be cool toys or something like that, as opposed to having actual characters or larger animals that could fight the stormtroopers.
I should get to this, Reid. The off-topic topic today was presented by William Huff. Something you won that very few people care about. Bruce from William Huff has texted in from the golf course.
Amazing.
So he says, I'm out here golfing with Benny and Matt, having a great time. One thing I won that nobody cares about is that I was a city champion 5-pin bowler.
Oh, nice.
In the Pee Wee division in 1974. I still have the trophy, but my wife won't let me display it in the house. So it's in my garage, displayed on a shelf.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, fair enough. Perhaps
we should tell Bruce that we would display it here.
We would display it here?
Yes.
Now, would Kasperi Kapanen care?
If you say so.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not.
By the way, I wonder if Bruce, so 5-pin bowling, a perfect score is 450. So I wonder if Bruce maybe got something around 355. Like that'd be pretty good.
That's good.
Pin. All right. We're going to get a special guest. He's in town covering the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. He's going to join us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. When we get back, it'll be Dylan Baker checking in.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 15th. Elks, Argos at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Family Day presented by Goodwill Industries of Alberta. Youth 17 and under get in free for an early afternoon contest. Conditions apply. Plus, come experience a surprise halftime that will be sure to pop. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Tickets and info at goelks.com/tickets. Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice-cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Elks practice notes, day 3, week 10 at Montreal. Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, and Kenny Logan Jr. are questionable, while Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman are available, having Jacob Plamondon ruled out for this week. Out east, the Argos are finally back at BMO Field hosting the Stampeders. They battle at 5:30, and according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have agreed to a massive 3-year extension worth a guaranteed amount of $51.5 million. Field level, the Cardinals-Panthers open the NFL preseason during tonight's Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. In Blue Jays news, Trey Savage will undergo further testing next Monday after his MRI revealed that he sustained a meniscus injury in Tuesday's contest against the Astros. And live action in the majors, just one game live, bottom third, Phillies up 3-1 on the Nationals. Warming up, it's the White Sox and Red Sox, with the Marlins and Braves also about to get underway. CEBL playoff action, the Stingers and Bandits throw down in a single elimination Western Conference semifinal. Tip-off goes at 8 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubush. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Yeah, Calgary-Toronto. Is this right away or half an hour? Is this the pregame?
30 minutes away.
CFL coming up, so we'll watch that for you. Blue Jays lost 3-2 to the Cubs in 11 innings. Tough loss. Varland's first blown save of the season. I mean, here's my 3 stars for the Blue Jays this year. Varland, Cease, and Clement.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I don't know if there's... Who else? Other guys have had good seasons, but I feel like those have been the best guys.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline in a second here. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Okay, this is good. This is going to be fun. This young man, I think, is well, we don't know where he is. He's in Edmonton. Dylan Baker is checking in on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Dylan, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it. And just so you know, I am coming to you from somewhere in the West Edmonton Mall. I couldn't actually tell you where I am right now. It is a vast space, but I am in the West Edmonton Mall as we speak.
We were hoping you'd be walking through the mall as you were doing this hit, like with some scenic thing that we know about behind you.
I think this would be a great opportunity to play Guess Where Dylan Is. Like, I mean, if you give us clues, if what's around you, what you're looking at, we might be able to know where you are.
Okay, do you want a visual clue? Do you want an audio clue? I can tell you a little hint, but I can show you as well.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go for a little walk, shall we?
Yeah. Just for the viewers on the audio stream, maybe just describe the visuals as well.
So I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot of old school landscapes.
where is he?
There's a restaurant maybe over here.
Oh, what's that fancy place? You're right above the mini putt-putt. If you go right straight ahead and look down, you're going to see a mini golf course.
I do. I see it right now.
He's on Europa Boulevard.
Europa Boulevard.
There he is.
Europa Boulevard.
There we go. This is amazing. Well, Dylan, I'm glad you're a good sport and you got a great attitude, which is important for broadcasting. Because I just messaged him on Instagram.
Yeah, this is awesome.
He's going to be like, who's this senior citizen in Edmonton trying to contact me?
Probably going to call you Unk.
So is this your first? Yeah, he's going to call me an Unk. Is this your first time in West Edmonton Mall?
It sure is. It's my first time in Edmonton, period, on this trip, and my first time in West Edmonton Mall here today. So
So what are your initial impressions of the mall? I'm not sure how long you've been there.
Been here about an hour now. It is busy. You know, you and I were talking just a little bit on Instagram. I mentioned that we might be at the mall when I connect with you, and it is certainly, as you described, a very busy place. Not a lot of room to maneuver in here. Everybody kind of checking things out. It's cool. Like there's a blend of, you know, some people who are just visiting the city and a lot of people who maybe are locals too and going to their favorite spots. So I've quite enjoyed the mall, and maybe we'll have to dabble in some mini golf later now that I know it's there.
Yeah, that's cool. He hadn't even seen that yet. He's right above it. No, are you with a group, or did you go out there alone, or what's the situation?
So we've got a couple of guys with me. We're covering the tournament for the CHL, and Matt Tidcombe, who handles all the content for the Canadian Hockey League, and Scott Van Coonen, who handles all the video aspects for the CHL. So the three of us are the CHL contingent here at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, and we figured, you know, it's the off day. Let's go check out the West Edmonton Mall. So I'm here with Matt and Scott.
They're not mad at you for going on a radio show while you're on the day off, are you? I hope.
If they are, they didn't let it on. So,
okay. All right. So also, first time in Edmonton. I also messaged you. Cool, you got here in the summer. We had Ben Schulman from the Blue Jays broadcast. We've had him on a few times. He was on a couple weeks ago, and he said he came here to call a basketball tournament in December once.
Oh.
And I know it gets cold in your part of the country, but like we have like 7 hours of daylight when he was here. So you're getting to see a different, like what, I don't know. I know you've been hockey, but like, were you kind of like, cause look, I've noticed sometimes people in other parts of the country crap on little old Edmonton, and then they come here and they're like, what? There's 1 million people here. Like, were you educated, or are you kind of like, oh, wait a minute. Like, this is a big city in the middle of the prairies.
You know what? I knew it was a big city. I knew Edmonton was a big city when I was coming here, but I've been impressed. You know what? I've liked a lot of what I've seen in Edmonton. We're staying right downtown, so getting to see a lot of the cool buildings around there. And Rogers Place is incredible. I mean, that is a beautiful, beautiful facility. So you look around in downtown, right around the rink, and there's plenty of skyscrapers that are just stunning as well. So I've quite enjoyed my time in Edmonton so far.
Okay, we got to get to know you a little bit before we get to the Hlinka stuff. You're our Voices of the Game feature for Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. We offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, we're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. First of all, I'm very, like, you got the voice. He sounds a little bit like Doug Plagans.
I was just going to say
he sounds a little bit like Doug Plagans,
yes.
The Panthers play-by-play guy. How old are you, first of all?
I'm 20 years old. I'll be 21 in December. I got a late birthday, but I'm 20 right now.
Okay, and how long have you been in broadcasting?
I've been in broadcasting 7 years now. I started when I was 13. Calling baseball games in a league called the Intercounty Baseball League back in Ontario. I worked for the London Majors. I'm from London, Ontario. And so I worked for the London Majors, the local Intercounty League team there. And then I started in Junior B hockey that same year and kind of have grown from there. So I've been lucky to be 20 years old and to say I've been calling baseball and hockey games for 7 years already.
Okay, well, that's incredible. So that takes a lot of initiative, though, at 13 to say, I really want to do this. Tell us about this having that spark and that passion.
You know what? I've always loved sports, right? And I'll be honest, I was never quite good enough to pursue it at a professional level. I think that's the case for a lot of people who, just love talking about the game. And when I was 12, I started a podcast with my dad. We were talking baseball, and then one of my baseball coaches actually joined the London Majors as their pitching coach, a guy by the name of Brent Wales. And he said to me, he's like, listen, I hear they're starting these broadcasts this year online, and you should get involved. So without telling my parents, without telling my mom, without telling my dad, I reached out to the team, and I said, hey, listen, I'd love to be a part of this any way possible. Whether that's running water to somebody, being on the broadcast, helping with setup, tear down, whatever it might be. And sure enough, a couple weeks later, I had an interview with Matt Hiscox, their media relations guy, and I was their color commentator. So I started doing color for the Majors in April of that year, and then a few months later, one of the guys who owns the Majors, Rup Chanadad, he also owns a junior B hockey team in the area, the Kamoka Kings, which is actually where Maple Leafs forward Easton Cowan played before he joined the London Knights, the OHL. And he said, listen, have you ever wanted to do hockey? I said, sure, why not? Let's go do hockey. So I joined Kamoka that year as well, and it's been awesome ever since.
Okay, well that's incredible. So now you're just to clarify, you're Guelph's play-by-play guy?
Yes, so I do the radio broadcast home and away for the Guelph Storm in the OHL.
Okay, so you've had to move away from London and go to Guelph?
Well, so I'm still in school at Toronto Metropolitan University in downtown Toronto. So I live out in Burlington with some family, and then I drive. It's about a 45-minute drive to Guelph, and so I drive in for all the Storm games.
Okay, are you studying something broadcasting related or something else?
Well, I thought about chemistry, but I settled on sport media, so I am in a program for sport media over at TMU.
Okay, this is so cool. By the way, quick minor connection, because we moved to Alberta when I was 1.5. I was born in Kitchener-Waterloo.
Okay.
And my dad grew up over near Sarnia over there. So he's
really
there.
Wow.
My parents are in Edmonton now, obviously, because we're all out here. So this is very cool. So what's it? I mean, look, I hope you're not tired of it, because you probably get questions about your age all the time. I mean, this is somewhat. I mean, we have some young guys here, like 23, 24, 25, but to already be doing OHL play-by-play when you're 19, 20. Do you stop and think about that, or are you just kind of like, that's what I set out to do and I'm doing it?
You know what? It is pretty cool, and it's not lost on me how lucky I am to have the opportunity that I have at such a young age and such an early stage in what will hopefully be a career for me one day. But yeah, no, it's been awesome. Like, I really enjoyed my time with the Storm last year, and I was the same age as their overage players last year, and I think that was something that struck me a little bit. You can have 3 overagers in the OHL, and I was the same age as all 3 of them, so that was maybe a different experience. But yeah, no, I do think about that sometimes, and I've been very fortunate to have had the opportunities that I've had to have, the ability to be in a position to call OHL games, and I've loved every second of it.
How do you budget doing the road games with the travel while you're a student?
It's not easy. I'm lucky enough to travel on the bus, so I'm able to take the bus to the team, obviously, and go to all the road games. But it's a lot of work on the bus. It's a lot of trying to get cram work in before you go to Sault Ste. Marie or wherever it might be. And you know what? We're lucky, too, in the OHL that the travel schedule is not quite as intense as it is in the Western Hockey League or even in the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League. So there is less travel in the OHL, and able to kind of balance it all with school.
Dylan Baker joining us, telling you about his career, does play-by-play for the Guelph Storm. He's here covering the Hlinka Gretzky Cup for the CHL. So did you have to apply for that? Did you just say, no, I want to go, take me? Like, how did you get this gig here for the week?
So it's an interesting story, and I started with the CHL back in 2024. So at TMU, they were hosting the National University Hockey Championships that year, and I am bilingual. I speak English and French, and so they asked me to host the awards banquet for the National Men's Hockey Championships. And so I presented there. I was hosting that event, and one of the award presenters was Dan McKenzie, the president of the CHL. And so he presented his award, and after the event, he approached me and said, listen, we're always looking for bilingual people at the CHL. Send me a resume, send me a demo reel, send me what you got, and we'll see if there's a spot for you. And 2 months later, I was doing bilingual public address announcing at the Memorial Cup in Saginaw, Michigan in 2024, and I was brought back out for the CHL USA Prospects Challenge the last couple of years, and the last 2 Memorial Cups in addition to Saginaw as well, so Rimouski and Kelowna this past year. So I've kind of taken on an expanded role with the CHL over the past couple of years, doing a little bit more media work for them, and you know what, I'm really lucky to be out here, right? Like they decided that they were going to fly me out for this event, and I'm fortunate that, I got to give credit to Nikki DeCarl, Carla Keller, and the good people over at the CHL, Chris Sagan as well, who put me in this position to come out here and cover this event, because it's been an awesome week.
Dylan Baker joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show for Voices of the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Guelph Storm play-by-play, but you got your start in baseball. So, if it was up to you, because I got news for you, Dylan. I think you are going to make a career out of this.
I hope so. Thank you.
Which direction would you lean? I mean, is there that much of a difference in calling a live hockey game as opposed to baseball that it might steer you one way or the other, or would you just be happy to go where whoever wants you?
You know what? I think it would be whoever wants me kind of thing. I wouldn't be picky about it. I do get that question a lot. Like, if you had to choose would it be hockey? Would it be baseball? And they're so vastly different, right? I mean, baseball is a slower game. You can tell more stories. You can fill more time. Whereas in hockey, it's go, go, go. It's fast paced. It's exciting. And they're very different styles of game. And I think that's what makes it, challenging, but also exciting and really enjoyable to call both of those sports. Baseball was my first love. It was the only sport I played growing up, but I've really enjoyed hockey, and I love the game now. And I've had plenty of great opportunities in hockey. So wherever I end up, hopefully I end up somewhere good. I will take it, whether that's baseball, hockey, or otherwise.
Okay. What do your parents think of you being in Edmonton all by yourself? Well, not all by yourself, but you know what I mean.
You know what? They've been supportive. They've been nothing but supportive. My mom and dad have always been cheering me on. My stepdad, my stepmom as well. And so I'm lucky enough that they trust me and they feel comfortable enough to send me to Saginaw, Michigan at 18 years old, to Rimouski, Quebec at 19, and then to Kelowna at 20. So it's been awesome, and they've been super supportive of everything I've done, and a lot of long hours spent driving too. Because when I started at 13. I'll tell you, I didn't have a driver's license, right? Somebody's got to take me to these games, and they certainly did. So I've been very lucky that they've been as supportive as they have been.
No, it's 16 to drive here. Is it 17 in Ontario, or is it 16?
No, 16 as well. I don't know if you have the graduated licensing thing out here as well, where you get your G1, your learner's permit, and you can drive with a parent or somebody with a full license, and then you kind of go from there. So I was 17 when I got my full license.
Well, what about for beer in Ontario? Is it 19 or 18?
It's 19 in Ontario.
18 here, but you're fine now because you're 20. I don't know if I like beer, but just I don't know if you noticed Alberta has a few liquor and beer stores on every corner because it's no longer government regulated like it is in Ontario. All right, so let's talk a little bit. And thanks for being so generous with your time, Dylan. This is a great segment. So, Hlinka Gretzky Cup. We've sort of had the games on a little bit while we've been at work, but we know Canada's doing well. There's been a lot of goals. How strong is this Canadian team?
It's really strong. It's really strong, Reid. I mean, this is a really, really good Canadian team. And I was speaking to some people around the rink over the last couple of days, and just the high-end talent that Canada has this year is, I think, what really sets them apart from the competition. You mentioned the goals. They scored 20 in their first 3 games of the tournament. So they've been able to put the puck in the back of the net. You look at a guy like Landon Dupont, who was a force in Everett in the WHL for a number of seasons and has been, the leader both on and off the ice for this Canadian team. And then some up-and-coming guys like Maddox Schultz and Liam Pugh, who are going to play in Regina in the WHL this year and have had a tremendous tournament as well. So there's a lot of high-end skill, but there's also a really, really good amount of depth, I would say, on this Canadian team, and that's kind of been the way that they've found success. You look at some of the scores from these games. Yes, they're high scoring, but I think Slovakia was Canada's second game of the round robin. I think they generated 12 shots in that game, and so Canada's just all over you, and the way that they've played has been so successful so far.
So are you? So tomorrow is noon at Rogers Place, States and Slovakia, 5:00 Finland, Canada. Are you expecting a Canada-U.S. final, or how do you look at these semis?
You know what? I think that there's certainly a strong likelihood that could happen, right? Canada, USA, they were both undefeated in the round robin. They both were undefeated in pretty commanding ways, I would say, in their two respective groups. And listen, this Finnish team that Canada's taking on is no slouch, right? They're a very good group as well, and it's going to be a challenge for Team Canada tomorrow, and as it will be for the Americans, right, taking on Team Slovakia. So I think that anything can happen. It's one game, right? It's not a best-of-7 series. I think if it was a best-of-7, then I can almost guarantee it might be a Canada-USA gold medal game, but it's one game. Anything can happen. But with that said, I mean, I think, Canada and the United States have certainly proven themselves to be among the top tier in this tournament.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us while you're experiencing West Edmonton Mall for the first time.
Give him a recommendation.
I'm going to.
Okay.
But I do want to say, this is your first time on this show. I hope it's not the last.
Mm-hmm.
You're an excellent guest. You're well-spoken.
Thank you.
A great journey. Okay, so a little bit over from where you are. Okay. You're going to laugh. West Edmonton Mall has a place called Bourbon Street, the taco shop. That's where we've had our station Christmas party the last 2 years.
Really?
Is there a Canadian brew house in the mall? I don't think there is.
No.
I don't think there is because the Canadian brew house sponsors our. But the taco shop's really good. But as you're going to see, there are a lot of places to eat there, whether you want fast food or to sit down and If you want to buy shoes, multiple pairs of sweatpants, maybe some furniture, the brick is out there.
Hey,
so,
you can even go get yourself
a couch.
a custom embroidered hat. They have hat places. Yes,
we I think have seen 4 lid stores in our time in this mall already. It's been striking, and 2 car dealerships. So you got everything here. But we are looking for a place to eat dinner. Yeah, we are looking for a place to eat dinner.
The taco shop's pretty good
on Bourbon Street.
Okay.
Dylan,
all right.
Yeah, enjoy covering the rest of the tournament, and all the best as your career progresses and going to university and calling games for the Guelph Storm. That's amazing stuff. Let's keep in touch, sir. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Dylan Baker checking in from West Edmonton Mall. Native of London, Ontario, going to university in Toronto, and calling games for the Guelph Storm and doing play-by-play since he was 13. This is quite a story. That's what I love about this job. You get to talk to people that are passionate and have great stories and are going to West Edmonton Mall for the first time and are probably like, what is going on?
Just, I'm looking up the London majors. What level baseball is that?
Oh, we didn't even get that.
I mean, this looks very Riverhawks-ish to me.
Oh, it might be, yeah.
And he was calling them at
13.
13?
Get out there and do it.
My gosh, good for him. Initiative. Ask. They might say yes. And then boom, you're on your way. That's fantastic. I think, Reid, we do the Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week. And I think, you always say, remember that name. I think this is somebody that you can remember this name.
I think he's going to,
As somebody that will pop up again in the broadcasting landscape.
I think he's on a pretty good path.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you didn't know his story, just hearing him speak,
he sounded like
20 years old. He sounds like a seasoned vet.
Yeah,
at 20.
Yeah,
which is phenomenal.
I couldn't organize my thoughts like that when I was 20. What are you doing today, Reid? I
barely know how to tie my shoe, boys, and I'm 22. I'm basically washed up.
You're a beautiful man as well.
Well, thank you.
I think your career is going to go just fine too.
No, I'm sure it is. I didn't start at 13 though. This guy's well ahead of the game.
That I admire. I mean, there's a young guy here in Edmonton. I was on his podcast, Ewan Manning, who's just finished high school. We've known about him for a couple of years,
and he's going to Nate, I think.
Yeah, he got into Nate. I think he does is it kind of the midget or sort of U17?
Yeah, the U18 junior
Yeah.
Edmonton Oilers.
He does stuff. So I love that. You just got to jump in and do it. I know for me, that's the one thing about me is I'm better at it, but especially when I was younger, I wasn't a jump in and do it guy. I was like, well, I won't be good enough, as opposed to just start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of times when you apply for jobs, or they'll look at your resume and just be like, they want an employer. I found, especially in a profession like this, it's like you just jumped in and did it.
Yeah, just show initiative.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it says here you started when you were, 13. How were you? Oh, I was terrible. Oh, yeah, but I bet you got better quick. Yeah, I did. They just want that you got a mic in front of your face and we're doing it and kind of learning on the fly. But he was an awesome interview. Hope he has a good time at West Ed. Hope he had a good time with us. I feel a little bad. He's with a couple buddies. Oh. And he pulls over.
Don't worry.
I love how you figured out right away where he was. It took me a little longer.
I mean, I'm sure they could stay busy in the mall. Lots to do. They probably walked around the mall once in that time.
5 T-shirts.
Yeah. Go to the record store. There is a Sleep Country there.
What's the record store there?
Sunrise Records.
Oh, Sunrise is out there? Right.
Yeah. They have too much.
I walked the entire mall on Monday, but I was going pretty fast. I didn't take it all in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know the last time I was there.
Well, probably the Christmas party.
No, it was after that. Actually, I got from Paris Jewelers.
Oh,
I was at Paris Jewelers for a birthday gift for my lovely wife.
Oh, you got? Didn't you get Coop a new pendant?
Yeah, for my wife's birthday.
You bring a jewelry bag home, and April's like, "Oh, what's in the bag?
Oh my gosh!
What's in the bag, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, where's Coop?
Right."
You got Coop like a heart-shaped locket.
I love Coop, but he's further down the list than that, Reid.
Yeah. Plus, I wouldn't give a dog jewelry. That would get dirty really quick.
It's kind of a waste.
Yeah.
Especially a lowrider
Coop,
like Coop.
Coop, where's that gold pendant I got you? Oh, I buried it. I'll find it later, maybe. Oh, Coop. Okay. We have so much fun on this show. Dylan Baker, great guest, voices of the game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. He was on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. What do we got here? Argos and the Red Team coming up in about 15 minutes. We got on the old tube.
Yeah. Well, no, 8 minutes away, Reid.
Oh, even closer than that.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen next? After the break?
Oh, are we doing the thingy for the tickety?
We're doing the thingy for the thingy.
All right, the trivia AC/DC. We're going to qualify somebody to win AC/DC tickets.
That's great.
So tomorrow we'll have a draw with the 4 finalists because we have 2 people in already.
You know what? Let's just do the question before the break. How about that? We'll do it after.
We'll do it after the break because we'll do the Commonwealth plug and see what we get.
Sure.
And I think I want to play the Fajardo interview again because it was really good, and maybe some people didn't hear it. It's in a different time of day here. Here's an update with the Coop.
Elks practice notes, day 3, week 10 at Montreal. Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, Kenny Logan Jr. are all questionable, while Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman are available, having Jacob Plamondon ruled out for this week. And out east, the Argos finally are back at home BMO Field hosting the Stampeders. They battle in about 6 minutes, and according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have agreed to a massive 3-year extension worth a guaranteed amount of $51.5 million. On the field, the Cardinals and Panthers open the NFL preseason during tonight's Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. In Blue Jays news, Trey Savage will undergo further testing on Monday after his MRI revealed that he sustained a meniscus injury in Tuesday's contest against the Astros. Currently in the majors, 3 games live. Bottom 4th inning, Phillies up 6-2 on the Nationals, while end of the first, the Marlins and Braves are runless. To the CEBL, the Stingers challenge the Bandits out in Vancouver. A single elimination Western Conference semifinal tip-off for that is scheduled at 8 o'clock. And this sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. At Say the Reid Sport Medicine, get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Qualify another listener into the draw for AC/DC tickets up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream. You're going to say that McDavid doesn't win a cup in the next 2 years and then still takes $8 to $10 million below market value to try to make it work here?
Crazier things have happened.
I don't know if they have. I honestly don't know if anything crazier than that has happened.
The 12.5 for 2 years was the craziest thing ever. No one
This would be crazier because you gave them 2.5 years, 2 years.
And then they messed up.
And they blew it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend, the sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going, rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on, always, all day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. It is the Elks at the Alouettes at 1 p.m. on Saturday, the two division leaders in the Canadian Football League. We will have our Commonwealth Stadium pregame show at noon on Saturday with Jay Milne and Matthew Awanek. Then they're on right after the game with the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold postgame show. And, of course, portions of this hour are presented by Commonwealth Stadium. A lot of great events at Commonwealth. On top of the Elks games, we're featuring the AC/DC concert, which is this Sunday night. And what we've been doing this week is Jay's been asking outstanding trivia questions to qualify what will be 4 people for tomorrow's grand prize draw for 2 tickets to the concert. So portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. You must text your answer to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino has the Tap 25 happy hour, $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, so these questions have been getting, I think, progressively harder as the week's gone on. So here is the question to qualify for a pair of tickets to the AC/DC Power Up Tour here, Commonwealth Stadium, this Sunday. Qualifying today, tomorrow, and we're going to give away the tickets later in the day tomorrow. Before joining AC/DC as their powerhouse drummer, Phil Rudd played in an acclaimed Australian progressive rock band alongside future Rose Tattoo bassist Ian Ryland. What was the... So this is there's a 2-part answer. So just listen. What was the name of the band? And what was the name of their 1974 album that they released before Phil Rudd left this band to go to AC/DC? Okay? So before AC/DC, Phil Rudd played in a progressive rock band in Australia. What was the name of this band, and what was the name of their 1974 album that they released before Phil Rudd left to go join an AC/DC?
Boy, people say I come up with difficult stuff.
Well,
that's an amazing question. My answer would be I have no idea. I mean, I'm not going to use the Google machine. I want to see what people get and how long this takes. That's a great answer, Jay. Do we have a winner already? Get out.
That was fast.
We don't.
We do. So this one came in. I don't know how this happened. This literally came in as I spoke it out. So Alicia Hemming,
loyal listener.
The band's name, Buster Brown.
Okay.
The 1974 album, Something to Say, before he jumped ship to join AC/DC early in 1975. So Alicia Hemming, you have qualified. Congratulations.
This is stunning.
I've got your name. Yeah, there's actually quite a few people that are getting it. So
well, I guess, we're not up on our... Oh, yeah, here.
Give me your clipboard there, Reid.
Yeah, my magic clipboard.
Your magic clipboard. This is the official qualifier list. Congrats, you've qualified. So we've already qualified Jason. We've already qualified Derek, the other welder. Now we've qualified Alicia Hemming. And tomorrow we will qualify one more listener earlier in the show.
Okay.
And then we will give away a set of tickets to the AC/DC Power Up Tour in the final hour of tomorrow's show. Sound good?
This is amazing.
Well done. Bravo to all of you.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca or the Play Alberta app. Look for EST specials. A lot of interesting opportunities there, including Jay's Play of the Day. Is that Jay's Play of the Day still open or might be done now?
Ooh, that's a great question, Reid. I'm just going to go over here and
I guess I can check it too.
Click on the bleep and click on the bloops.
Yours might have closed, but there's still lots. Like there's stuff about NHL teams making the playoffs. There's an AFC North parlay, an NFC North parlay. We're all over stuff on playalberta.ca. Go to playalberta.ca/EST.
Crepe 1346 says, I hate you, Jay Milne.
I saw that. You should not be hated. You should be beloved. All right. Should we do the encore presentation of your interview with Cody Fajardo?
Why not?
After practice, a really good interview with the Elks quarterback. Coob, you got the slate ready, as we call it, there for the people on YouTube. They can see Cody instead of staring at us, listening to it. Here's Jay with Elks quarterback Cody Fajardo.
They haven't had you on our show for a little while since the, I would say, viral video that went out, your wife celebrating in silence so as to not wake the kids. What was it like to see that go a little viral, as you're usually the guy that probably delivers the video?
It's honestly crazy. Like, if you look at my posts on social medias, most of them get a decent amount. Hers got like 380,000 people who viewed it. So it's just the sacrifices she makes for me to allow to play this game. It means a lot in our household when we have big wins like that, and just goes to show how much she's rooting for me. And even from 1,000 miles away, she's still, rooting for me. And she's done a lot to allow me to play 12 years in this league and have a long career. So I'm extremely blessed. And the kids did go to sleep. So most important thing, keep the kids sleeping and then celebrate the win afterwards.
Yeah, spoken like a true father. How's the week been? How's the week of prep been? Tough loss last Saturday, but how was the rebound? How was the vibe?
Yeah, I told the guys going into this week, the difference between good teams and great teams are teams that respond after losses. And that was 2 physical games back-to-back, 2-point games on both sides of it. Like, we just took the defending Grey Cup champs, beat them at their place, and took them down to the wire at our place. Like, we know we have a good team. We got to clean up our penalties, got to clean up our red zone efficiency. And usually the 2 statistics that in big games versus good teams that really make a difference is turnover margin, which we won in the last game, penalties, and then the bonus would be the red zone efficiency. We kicked too many field goals, they scored too many touchdowns. So huge emphasis on our red zone this week on both sides of the ball, knowing that we're playing a really good Montreal team. And like I said, really good football teams, you got to be great in the red zone, score touchdowns, not field goals.
What are you seeing in the red zone? I mean, you guys get there the most out of any team in the CFL, right? But it's a matter of turning those into 6 points as opposed to settling for 3. What do you see in the red zone that maybe you can help this team improve in that category?
Yeah, I think a composure is one. I think sometimes when you drive the field, everyone gets so excited because they want to score a touchdown. You want to score a touchdown. And like the nonchalant plays, so to speak, in the open field, it's just like routine. And then everything's just status quo. And then we get in the red zone and everybody wants to be that guy to make a play. And I think it's almost like we're trying too hard. And then to add on top of it, every week in the media, we're talking about the red zone, and it's just put way more emphasis on it than anything. So now guys really tense up. And then now they're trying to just do too much. And so myself included, just try to stay where we're at. Like you said, we lead the league in getting down in the red zone. Sure. Our offense is very, very talented. We do a great job moving the ball. We just have to keep our heads, keep our composure, because honestly, in the red zone, it has nothing to do about talent. It has everything to do about composure. The team that doesn't lose their mind down there is the team that usually is successful, whether it's defense or offense. So that's been our focus this week, and I think we got a really good game plan going into this one. Guys feel confident about it, and we'll see how they play us, but every team's a little different. In the CFL, the red zone's so difficult, right? You see one coverage all the way, and then once you flip to the 20, defense changes. So sometimes you're calling certain plays for certain coverages, then all of a sudden they flip their script. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but we're looking forward to a good bounce-back game in the red zone this week.
What do you say to the fans, or, like you said, people in the media that say, they've figured out a way to stop Justin Rankin?
You know what? It's just one of those things where we've played a really good SAS team back to back. BC Lions is the number one team at stopping the run, like just what they're doing. So the tear that he started the season on, I think the focal point was stop Justin Rankin. Then we throw for 500 yards, and people want to talk about Justin Rankin being stopped. Well, it opens up pass lanes, it opens up play action, opens up things like that. So it's a good problem to have, but also you can't be one-dimensional. So a little bit in that second SAS game, we got a little bit one-dimensional, and then it makes it easy. Their D-lines is to just pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. Their coverage guys were playing 40 yards deep and not allowing me to throw anything downfield. So that makes things difficult. You got to take what they give you, and you got to drive the long haul of the field. But Rankin will get back going. He's our best player on the team, and he'll get back going. We just got to give him confidence that when we are handing him the ball off and he's not getting hit in the backfield, it gets him in a little bit more of a rhythm. Then handing a ball off and then throwing for 4 plays, and then you hand it off, and it's just harder to get in rhythm that way. But what I'll say is he made a huge play in that game. He ran a seam ball, 50-something yard gain. There's other ways to affect this and help this team win football games that Rankin's been doing, even though people have slowed down the run game.
The team you're playing against has 2 receivers that I think amount to 80% of their offensive receiving production. What's it like for a quarterback for you to have such weapons and not just have, the marquee receiver? I mean, Austin Mack's been putting up great numbers, of course, but you've got a group to throw to. Is that, is it more preferred as a quarterback to have the ability to spread the wealth as opposed to just target on 1 or 2
Yeah,
guys?
you know what? I think we're 2 different quarterbacks where I tell our receivers all the time, wherever the defense dictates the ball is going to go, that's where I'm going to throw it. Davis is a little bit younger in his career, and so he sometimes is throwing balls up, and his guys are making plays. So it's been electric for them to watch, as a fan, watching them in their offense, like very electric. But he's going to throw those balls to those guys regardless. Like those are his guys. If you listen to all the media coverage, he's roommates with Snead. Mm-hmm. He's been with Philpott since he's got there, and like they have a really good connection from what I know. So he's going to find a way to get the ball in those guys' hands because they're really talented football players. So I think we just see the game a little bit differently, where I'm more of a progression based. If it's 8 guys touching the ball, I'm happy about that. Like that I think is much harder, because then you take 2 guys away that are the share loaders. Then other guys have to step up into roles that they're not familiar with, right? So they've been really, really good all year. And those guys are, I think, at 180 targets or something crazy like that. But what I know about that offense and what Coach Moss and Calvillo, they do a really good job of scheming up guys getting open and looking at defenses. They got so much knowledge over there. They know how to get guys open. And if Philpott doesn't touch the ball for 3 plays, they'll throw him a quick screen, or they'll throw him away just to make him feel in rhythm. And so it's almost an extension of the run game, where a lot of their targets have added up because they're just kicking the ball out to him.
One last one for you here, Cody. Any extra juice in this game, going back to Montreal, going back to the place you won a Grey Cup with? Does that happen? Do you get a little bit more pep in your step this week?
I mean, every team at this point, I played for 5 teams. Sure. Sask is another one that people can talk about. But for me, like last year was a really big one, going back there for the first time. And then this home game, because it was my first time playing against Davis. Now it's just the next team at this point. If it was my first time going back to Montreal, first time playing Davis, maybe it's a little bit different. But at this point, it's the best in the West versus the best in the East, and we're excited about the opportunity. They're undefeated at home. It's going to be a tough atmosphere to play. I just know how hard it is to win in Montreal and how good their football team is. So we got our hands full, but we got a really talented roster, and we got guys that can get it done. We just have to play clean football, execute our game plan, and we'll have a chance in the fourth quarter.
Cody Fajardo speaking with Jay Milne earlier today after Elks practice. They're probably on their way to Montreal right now. They were flying today for the Saturday game. Elks are 6-2. Owls are 7-1. You got Saskatchewan up there at 5-2. Calgary 4-4. Winnipeg 4-4. BC 2-5. That's the West. The East. Montreal 7-1. Toronto 3-4. Hamilton 3-5. Ottawa sitting at 0-7. The Toronto-Calgary game in Toronto. First actual game in Toronto for the Argos this season. Mm-hmm. They've had 3 home games in Regina, Winnipeg, and Hamilton so far, I believe.
Correct.
So they're actually back at BMO Field. 2 minutes into the game, no score. Calgary has the ball, and Vernon Adams, that's going to be grounding. That didn't make it past the line of scrimmage.
I don't believe it did.
Isn't that going to be intentional grounding? He threw it out with his left hand.
Does it matter that he was outside of the tackle box?
Yeah, I think he's still going to throw it past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, maybe I'm getting that confused with the NFL. Yeah, intentional grounding. He tried. He threw it left-handed.
You know about that, eh? It's funny. All right. We'll keep an eye on this one. We're done at obviously at 6. Do we have any of our special programming tonight? No Benny tonight? Getting used to having Benny on after the day is supposed to be done.
I think it's the Turf District.
Turf District tonight? Okay.
Yeah.
And are we having the Stingers play-by-play game? Or playoff
the Stingers
game?
play at 8 o'clock.
Well, that's not till 8. Okay.
So you can listen to that on the audio stream here on Edmonton Sports Talk. You can also watch it.
Well, right.
If you want to watch it, it's on CBC-GM as well as on YouTube.
And the Riverhawks have games left, but they can't make the playoffs anymore. Okay. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We'll recap the off-topic topic for William Huff one more time because we've had some fun submissions. If you missed it earlier or you want to get something in before we go, tell us about something you won that really nobody else cared about, like me winning the on-screen death draft. Something you won that like people would be like, what is that? Or why should I care? We've had some funny ones. See if we get some... a few more before the end of the show. Here is a final update from our buddy Zachary Kubish.
Elks practice notes day 3, week 10 at Montreal. Joel DeBlanco, Cordell Jackson, Kenny Logan Jr. are all questionable, while Nick Anderson, David Beard, and Jared Brinkman are available, having Jacob Plamondon ruled out for Saturday. And out east, the Argos are finally at BMO Field to host the Stampeders. They're currently in action. And according to ESPN, the Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs have agreed to a massive 3-year extension worth a guaranteed amount of $51.5 million. Field level, the Cardinals and Panthers open up the NFL preseason during tonight's Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Blue Jays news, Tria Savage will undergo further testing on Monday after his MRI revealed that he sustained a meniscus injury in Tuesday's contest against the Astros. Currently a handful of games live in the majors. Nationals down by 4-2 the Phillies, bottom 5th inning, while top of the 3rd it's a runless game between the White and Red Sox. Elsewhere, Vancouver, it's the Stingers and Bandits throwing down in a single elimination Western Conference semifinal in the CEBL playoffs. Tip-off scheduled for 8 o'clock. And if you can't watch the game, catch it on any of EST's audio streams. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
News that Alec Manoah had been let go by the Angels. And where did it all go wrong for Alec Manoah?
I think this is a combination between the physical side. He did wind up, dealing with some injuries that he just couldn't overcome. And I think it steered him to a mental side of the game that he just couldn't overcome. I think Manoah missed that opportunity, guys. They just couldn't overcome whatever demons he was dealing with.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right, appreciate you tuning in. If you are on YouTube, you will see I have the a Def Leppard Hysteria shirt on, not the album cover, sort of an alternate one. I think they put up more recently. But
now,
Monday,
is that Leopard Def?
Yes. Monday was the August 3rd, 39th anniversary of that album being released.
Wow.
That's some old music.
I wonder what they're going to do for 40 years. Just have Hysteria playing throughout the world.
Just play it throughout the world. It should play throughout the world.
On a loudspeaker.
Yes, just everywhere. Vatican City.
Everyone hold up your loudspeakers outside.
Yes.
And you'll play it in unison.
Yeah.
Huh. You said August 3rd there, Reid?
August 3rd, 1987 is when it came out. And the lead singer, Joe Elliott, was born August 1st, 1960, I think.
Wow. Well, August 3rd, that's the same day that the top album from one Travis Scott came out, Astroworld.
So
I knew that date meant something.
Joe Elliott was born August 1st, 1959. He is 67. And I didn't mention this on air. On Saturday, August 1st, this past August 1st, my parents celebrated their 56th wedding anniversary.
Oh!
They were married August 1st, 1970.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Congrats to the Wilkins.
Good kids.
Whew. Just babies.
They really are. Yeah. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tomorrow, more to set up the Elks and the Alouettes. We'll have some other Friday fun. We really don't know exactly what we're going to do. Sometimes until the show is in progress.
Some of the best ideas come out of nothing.
They come out of just things we're talking about on the air.
The off-topic topic today,
amazing.
by the way, was, as always, presented by William Huff. Something you won that very few people care about. Marco has sent in a text to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. I won the 2024 Canadian Professional Drifting Championship. Didn't make the news, though, so no one cared.
Like drifting as in down a river or the driving drifting?
I believe it's like drifting in your car and forgive me, Marco. I don't know much about drifting. What I think I know is that I think you have to complete the whole course with your car in drift mode, like in drifting.
Oh, okay.
Throughout the entire race.
Okay.
Incredible.
That's fascinating. I didn't know about
That's
that.
like some Fast and Furious stuff.
I want to know more about the 2024 Canadian Professional Drifting
Championship.
Championship.
Wasn't Tokyo Drift one of the movies?
Yeah, that was the third film, I think.
Oh, we're getting spam there.
I totally deleted it here. I hope.
No, you got it.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to our words of the day.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right. Words of the day. Let me just pull this up here. Okay. First word, torpor. Torpor.
Haven't we had this before?
Meh, I doubt it. You don't think I keep a list?
Torpor. torpor. Is this torpor? Is this a tumultuous situation?
No.
I need a sentence.
The magazine offers lots of ideas for activities designed to shake off the torpor of a rainy day.
Oh, the ennui, the boredom and sadness.
Torpor is a formal word for a state of inactivity and sluggishness. It can also be used, especially in the context of hibernating and estivating animals.
Okay.
To refer to a state of lowered physiological activity.
I think we had this before. You don't think we did?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't think I really should get the half, but whatever. What do I know?
Second word, 1.5 out of 2.
Okay.
That's 2 turnovers thus far for Toronto in this game. Elan.
ELAN.
Dun, da, da, da.
And I believe this is sort of like having a joyful spirit.
Elan refers to an energy and enthusiasm. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close.
The dancers performed with great style and elan.
Yeah, there it
we
is.
were exhausted just watching them.
Yeah, I think I more or less
Reid,
got
that's
that
a good score. That's 3.5 out of 4.
Really?
Yes.
Not bad.
Well done, young man.
Yeah, every once in a while I do okay.
You know what, Reid? You know what? I think you should just go ahead. Take the rest of the day
take the rest of the evening off. I'm going to go see the Odyssey tonight.
Yes.
Calgary up 7-0 on the Argos with 7:44 left in the first quarter. Stingers playoff game tonight at the Vancouver Bandits. That is single elimination in this stage of the CEBL, so there's another thing to keep an eye on. Today, Blue Jays lost 3-2 in 11 to the Cubs. We had Cody Fajardo on the show. That was great. Dylan Baker was awesome for Voices the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a good evening.